Hi, everyone. My name is Mr. Fruit, and welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, Fruit Summit.
This is the part where we say what number are we on?
Yeah,
144.
144, 145. I'm pretty sure it's 44.
Thanks for
somewhere around there.
It's the Fruit Summit Couch Edition. In today's episode, we talk about some various things we've been up to, like eating at Applebee's, escape rooms, questions and answers. There was other things before that.
My fan mail opening.
Right.
Oh yeah, Joey's fan mail question mark?
To Mr. Fruit.
Joey exposed at Fruit Summit. There
Rob almost died in a bouncy house.
Either of those are good.
Rob saved 8 kids in a dangerous...
that is the best one.
Shark's ultimate high
warlord.
Yeah.
Alright, with that, let's get into it.
Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
You guys know myself, BlueWestlo, and Mr. Fruit take mental health very seriously. That's why we're so thankful to have the BetterHelp as one of our sponsors. So now let's hear a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Therapy is so important. It's helped me realize how to work through burnout, how to work through my job, and how to work through just my life in general. Therapy and BetterHelp can just help anybody in general, and I believe anybody should have some sort of way to talk to somebody about their mental health. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat only therapy sessions, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/GG. That's betterhelp.com/GG. My time with BetterHelp, they were professional, awesome, and they listened to me, which is the most important thing when it comes to getting mental health help. When the summer starts to wind down, fall can get a bit chaotic, but Factor's ready-to-eat meals delivery makes it easy to stay on top of a busy schedule while still sticking with my goals. Factor's the perfect meal situation for on-the-go lifestyle, whether it's a quick lunch at my desk or something to scarf down in between recordings. Again, myself, Mr. Fruit, and Blue have talked about how delicious the Factor meals are, and on top of it, they're all super healthy. The chicken poblano still is undefeated. Factor makes lunch and dinner on busy days a total breeze. Their fresh, never frozen meals are delivered ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes, so I can fuel up and be on with my day. New Gourmet Meal Plus meals make eating at home feel extra special. For an additional cost, these meals are prepared by perfection by Factor chefs and ready to eat in record time, so you can savor the flavor, no stress on the prep. Factor means free time. Instead of those precious hours after you get home hustling around the store and the kitchen, they'll deliver ready-made meals right to your door, eliminating all that meal planning, prep, and cleanup time. So what are you waiting for? Head to go.factor75.com/GG130 and use code GG130 to get $130 off across 6 boxes. That's code GG130 at go.factor75.com/GG130 for $130 off. After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned anything is that there's always a catch. So when I first heard of Mint Mobile's offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month, I thought there has to be some sort of catch. But after talking with them and hearing about their service, it all made sense. There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless online only. They cut out the cost of retail stores and pass those sweet savings directly onto you. If I switched from my provider, I'd literally be saving $45 a month on my bill. For anyone who hates their phone bill, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with Mint Mobile and keep your same phone number along with your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get wireless service for just starting at $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get your plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/GG. That's mintmobile.com/GG. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/GG.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 144 or 5. Not entirely sure. It's been a week or two, but because we've had Fruit Summit, and here we all are on the couch.
It's coming a day late though.
The cosmic
couch.
So
Well, and yeah, technically I won't be. You're gonna see this eventually. If audio also isn't quite what you were expecting, I don't know what to tell you. Unless you want a mic 9 feet. Look, it ain't happening. All right.
Yeah.
So welcome to Fruit Summit. Let's go down the line. Shark.
Yo, hello. How's
Yeah,
it going?
introduce you.
Shark here.
You have to project Shark.
What am I projecting?
Noise.
I thought, are we not
Excited,
started?
you know?
You started.
Are we
Yeah, I
started?
guess
Say
it's like-
fucking hello.
Hello,
Like a
projecting
shot-nosed
my
word that
voice.
If we put it there, then.
Who are you, Shark?
I am Shark Tooth.
I hate you.
2 Ks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Hi,
Hi.
Very-
I thought you
very
guys
good,
like
Shark.
I'm 28 years old.
This is
so-
actually
ASL, bro.
this is an
Joey.
intervention. I'm here too.
We read. Hey, can I kind of like put you on the spot here?
Yeah, go ahead.
So yesterday, Danielle, and
Oh,
because
no.
everybody, Mr. Fruit keeps everything,
Every fan mail.
every piece of fan
Every
mail that he's
letter.
got, and you sent a thing in the mail.
I did. No, I did.
And I haven't seen it because you didn't want anybody to really see it. But can you give us a little bit of details on what is in that
The
letter?
TDLR on my.
Yeah, sure.
on my
Like whatever
fan
you're
mail.
cool to share.
Anyway, I'm Joey. I sent in fan mail. I guess that's my thing now.
Real-time Joey.
You
right
real
here.
time Joey.
You were the fan mail guy.
The fan mail guy. Why can't Ruben be the fan mail guy?
I didn't send any fan mail. My bad, fake fan. I
Yeah,
apologize.
Ruben just rated me.
Defense
so
rep.
he said-
Shit,
I
that's
just
what
read him. Boom.
I
done.
do have an excerpt
Oh?
that he was okay with me sharing anyway, just because it's very wholesome.
So which,
Yeah, I'm
which,
not-
which
yeah.
one of you is gonna read it? Are we gonna hear it
Yeah,
in like
I
his
would be
internal
okay.
thoughts or
Yeah.
I'd be okay with Fruit reading it, but
Okay, okay.
I will cringe internally and physically if I read
It
my
was
own.
a very nice
I
one.
wanted
Thank
to
you.
hear his internal monologue.
Um,
Did you read it again last night?
No, I haven't heard.
I didn't
this.
read it yesterday. No one showed
Yeah,
it.
I haven't
Claire
heard.
said she put it on your keyboard.
Yeah, so I went in today and I thought I was getting like someone's doing an expose. I was like, oh my god, was it? Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
just your friend.
Yeah, I haven't heard any of this.
It just ends, so blah blah blah, blah blah blah. But then he goes, P.S. Sorry for making this 3 pages. First off, you printed it off in 2.
It was 2 pages. It was 2 pages.
So what is it? You can't count?
It was formatted as 3, but it printed out
Your
as
fans
2.
can't count.
It's like front and
You
back
might
sort of
say.
thing.
I also read
Back
back
and go
so
through.
many spelling errors.
Oh,
16-year-old me was on
wow.
something. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, I'm 28 and can't 27. I can't
That's
tell.
true.
I mean,
Look out for that video.
you really didn't have to read all of that, buddy, but I guess since
Buddy.
you're still here, I might as well say it. You once said that long ago you told CNanners that you would one day play
Oh,
a game
you
with
guys
them.
are so cringe.
Sorry.
BlueWestlo off camera.
Hey, one day play a game with him in a video or something of the sort. Well, I guess it's only fitting I do the same to you, Fruit. One day, maybe not for a long time, and probably not ever, but one day it's my personal goal to become the newest and youngest member of the extended Dream Team and be in the GG Easy podcast.
Well, you failed because
Yeah, I
Ruben.
did. Ruben's here now.
Let's go, Ruben!
Yeah, Ruben! Youngest member,
But
Ruben!
yes, but at one point, Joey was the newest member.
Like for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had it. He achieved.
I had it though.
And then he moved.
Joey has jazzed himself into Fruit's life.
Were you recording GG over Easies then? Like how long
We
ago?
did. We
That
had like
was
the
must
legacy
have.
ones.
It might have been the ones where we
The
did
legacy
That was
ones.
in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like the first time.
I was 16 years old.
Those are the old ones.
And yeah, those were
the nice solid 4-episode run.
Yeah.
Should we finish intros?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
I
that
just
thanks
thought
for
that
that.
was a good podcast.
That was cute.
Good podcast.
Hi, I'm Bryce. There you go. I'm Bryce.
Hi, Bryce.
All right.
Rob is still Rob.
You know the drill.
You know who the fuck I am.
It's Rob. Hello. Hey, hi. How are you?
I can smell
Mr.
great.
Fruit.
Hi. Hi, Fruit.
I'm Danielle.
Hello.
Hi.
You also know who I am.
I'm Ruben. You might not know who I am, but I'm the youngest member of the Dream Team, and I'm not of legal drinking age yet, so I can't drink Trulies. So I got my apple juice here.
I mean, they're not Trulies. These are unsponsored.
Yeah.
I
They
went to-
are.
These are
Redacted, unknown
beverages.
hard
And I drank
seltzer.
from it,
redacted
but,
alcoholic beverages that they're drinking, and I'm drinking a redacted apple juice.
I'm Booty Colo.
That's right.
Oh my God!
Hello.
And we're here today to just chill with each other. Last time we did this, we did a whole bunch of individual episodes.
When
you relaunched the podcast.
Yeah. It was
Uh,
nice to have a catalog.
But Fruit Summit 2, 3 years later, and our podcast, by some miracle, is also still going. So We're here. We're just gonna vibe, talk a little bit. We can talk a little bit about what we've done at Fruit Summit, the buds. I figure we can start with the fact that we just had our first Applebee's experience. Most of us, at
Well,
least.
I was kind of stoked to miss out on that. Like that's I think the only thing haven't been able to do, and I was actually pretty stoked that I didn't have to do that.
So you lost your Applebee's virginity.
I mean,
How does it feel? How does it feel, Mr. Fruit?
I was fine keeping that card, frankly.
oh, that was
And,
like your first time.
It was
Yeah,
his first
well,
time. We tried to make it really special
such a
for
shame.
him. We
It
got
was
him
my first
flowers,
It
played
was
some
my
nice
first time
music.
going there. For some Ask Fruit, I think years ago, I did order Applebee's, and I ate the fajita lime chicken.
Oh. Okay.
Which is why I didn't get this
Fiesta.
time.
Oh, that's why you were like, yeah.
That's the
I've
one
had
thing
it
I've ever
already.
had. But
Not a fan of the fajita white chicken. Or
no, that was okay. What I had today.
The riblets.
Yeah, you went
Why
riblets.
would you get the riblets?
Mr.
Fruit loves ribs. I had no idea.
He's gotten
They
it
went
like
that
3
much of a
times
rib
this
guy.
trip.
Ribs yesterday.
Yeah.
Riblets.
we
Well,
should have ribs at
white chocolate
Okay.
Yeah.
which doesn't help because comparing those, it was like today's were like dry hockey pucks.
I recorded most of his first impressions, by the way. So
Just overall, yeah, maybe let's just let the meme die. You know, it's, we went there.
Don't worry, I'll still order.
I know, me and Shark
Yeah,
are holding out strong.
That's right.
Hey,
I was
we
like,
did
that
get
was a
the
decent
we got
meal.
I
the
had a
shark
good
drink.
burger.
He's got his own.
Yeah, we had a
drink.
sharkarita.
What's a
He's
sharkarita?
sponsored.
It was
It's like
so
a margarita
good.
with
It's
sharks in
amazing.
It
it.
has little gummy
Yeah, it has
sharks.
gummy
It's
sharks.
dark.
I just imagine like a little 1-inch shark swimming in there or something.
It's a gummy shark. So
Yeah.
you eat it.
I had 2 of them.
Nah, real life sharks swimming around
Yeah.
our alcohol.
I mean, same.
Little mini ones.
It's good stuff.
This is why we have
So everyone had a pretty negative
Sucks.
experience, or just you?
Well, those sheep are still like, yeah, Applebee's, and the rest of us.
Well,
were
okay,
like,
so what did Shark get? Let's listen to somebody who had a good experience.
I got a whiskey bacon burger. Very nice. I didn't get a pink. Some people judge me, but I was
no,
like,
no pink in a burger.
Yeah,
You wanna go pink?
No pink in the
No.
burger. Yeah, and a steak, I'm you know, whatever yellow, but
Not good.
on a burger, yeah. It was juicy. It was good. All right.
Juicy, good.
Yeah, I liked it.
none of the adjectives I was gonna use for the food I had.
It's a comfort food for me, man.
I
I had
usually-
birthdays back then with going to Applebee's every other year, man. It was good. All right, nostalgic.
Try not to show my feet on camera.
Yeah, they are
Not for
sure
free.
No,
Not for
can't,
free.
can't be showing those for free, guys.
I usually get the pasta. There's like a pasta that's on the 2 for $25 that I usually get.
2 for $25.
How often do you go?
that's
I don't go
That's
out.
what I said. Rob.
But
I went- I took
thought it
my
was
dad
too
there
much.
for-
Inflation's out of control.
Yeah, what?
like-
That's like 2 for 25.
Or
I
2
know.
for 30.
Or 2
Or
for
two.
30.
Well, me and Shark got the 2 for
Yeah,
30
it's a good deal.
because with the 2 for 30 you can get an 8-ounce steak. Okay,
Why
and
do
I don't
you
know
do
if you
this
know
shit on
this,
steak?
but
Yeah,
but
steak.
right now for a limited time, if you get a steak entree, you can add a dozen shrimp for $1 extra.
That-
What a deal!
And I
Is
don't
that
know if
actual
you know
shrimp?
this.
But
Yes.
I don't know if you know this, but you should not get steak at an Applebee's.
Yes. Well, I
He
learned
knows
that.
it now.
I learned that today because not only was I like, oh, for the 2 for 30, can I get the steak and get the shrimp for $1? The lady was like, no, we can't do 2 deals in one. So you either have to get the steak separate or you just have to get no shrimp. And I'm like, well, shit, I guess I'll get no shrimp. I should have said, I'll just get the pasta.
Well, see, in
But-
that scenario, when someone's like, "No," I panic. I'm like, "I'll just actually get a cheeseburger." Like, I'm gonna get something.
completely
I
bail.
I
Yeah,
stopped and I was like, oh, I'll get the steak.
I've tried to go fancy.
No.
Never mind. I'll just
I would just go bring me the shrimp anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless. of
Do it.
cost.
Add it for $1.
okay.
No, so I got the steak and the steak was... The
It's
steak...
like, no, no, no,
This
no.
was not in the budget.
You ever have like a steak at school? That was kind of like
No.
like a patty.
Come on.
Steak
What
at
kind of
school?
school did you
Yeah.
go to?
Like-
Fancy pants?
Yeah, like
My
a
man's
steak
talking
at
about
school.
like the beef slab.
Yeah, I'm
I
talking
had,
about
like,
the beef
Bosco
patty.
steak.
like the
Oh.
he's talking like a
Like the
patty.
Salisbury
You
steak?
get
Yes,
Right.
yeah,
Okay,
not like
okay.
a sirloin. at
Dude, you
school.
guys ever get a foie gras at your school?
Oh my god, I don't want to hear a word
Yeah,
about this. No, but I'm like, it tasted. It reminded me of high school. It was not good.
And you said you had a
It was
good
not
experience with
no,
it.
this
Terrible
Applebee's,
steak?
this Applebee's was bad. I did not.
It's
My
just
Applebee's in my
big
Chris,
hometown.
what did you get?
My hometown is a goated apple.
I got the
Copium,
same
copium.
burger that he got, but I got it pink because I'm a normal person who likes his food cooked properly. And I would say it was under seasoned. The fries were bland, and the bottom bun completely drenched. So it's a soggy,
personally, I
soggy
like
burger.
it. I was like, yeah.
Okay, so
juiciness.
Shark likes soggy bun.
Yeah, I go with the soggy bun.
Like, bro, if you like the soggy bun, that's your thing. But I like mine
Was this
firm.
your first
I want
Applebee's
that firm bun.
Was this your first Applebee's experience?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, bro.
My first in like 7-8 years.
Okay.
So more or less.
Would
yeah.
you go back?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Danielle, what'd you get?
We're going back.
I got the Fiesta Lunch
We're
Chicken,
going
which
back,
was my go-to in like high school.
Okay.
But yeah, Red Robin also has like a version of it. It's just like the Fiesta chicken with like,
Red Robin's good.
sour
Robin's
cream or salsa and sour cream and cheese.
It was alright.
It's good, yeah.
Anyway, thanks to the supporters on Patreon who pay money to listen to this.
The audio's not even like mixed, like Ruben, 16 miles away.
Well, I just don't.
I am so not 60. I can project my
Who's-
voice,
I know, Ruben's
thankfully.
Who started the Applebee's meme?
That's
Like,
what
Dork.
I
I think
Like,
Dork
I think it
was.
was the first.
Yeah.
Supposedly it was Dork.
It's
Yeah,
gotta be
and a
Dork.
quick flash game, he was like any like random question or whatever, he'll be Fortnite or Apple.
Dork is the only one who can
like,
stick to a meme that hard and just
Yes.
never go away.
It was a good meme.
It was.
I was a
liked
fan.
it.
I respect it.
I was
Shit,
like,
man.
2 years later, like still talking about Applebee's.
While we were here, Dork's been like replying with some things, and I think like Joey's like, "What's this mean?" I was like, "It's Dork. I don't." It's just like an
Applebee's
inside
not me
joke,
to
and I'm like, "I don't
explain.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is." It's
Well, I've been like live tweeting the whole trip, and then Dork comes in and is like white, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, man.
He's just commenting about me. That's fine.
So yeah, it was
Good.
And the worst part is they had mug.
They did have
Worst
mug.
part, that's the
Well,
best.
but here's the
no.
thing.
Oh,
It was not a good mug. It was very
It wasn't
flat.
good mug.
It was bad mug.
I tried it. It was pretty flat.
no
Messed up
carbonation.
their mud.
Not crisp.
So basically
Not
just
crisp.
like syrup and water.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vaguest hint of carbonation. The vaguest.
Well, here's their first doc. All right. I go, can I have a Coke? We only have Pepsi products.
Oh yeah.
You abandoned ship immediately.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll go.
To be
one.
fair, you asked for Coke Zero specifically.
I did.
Yeah, that's
And that's
it.
that, like
That's
diet
not
versus zero, like okay.
Yeah,
Like,
even
we
if I had it,
ship
I'd be like, is Pepsi
immediately.
okay?
But yeah, I was like, okay, well maybe Pepsi product. I'm out. But then I was looking at me. I was like, wait a second, that's a mug. And I was like, well, this is a meme anyway.
So you're double me.
Like yeah. So you would think, and then I guess this is just the decor, but the interior decoration of Applebee's
Is flames.
dated.
So good.
It's just like an early 2000s, like Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I would
Yes,
imagine.
yeah.
That's
It has
good.
never
Yeah,
changed.
exactly.
Everyone looks the same.
It's they've never gotten any sort of an update, a branding update, an interior design.
There has to be
update.
like some like psychological thing about that. Like people who go to Applebee's like to be in that.
I will say, when we were at that Applebee's, I saw, I think 3 or 4 tables of people wearing Let's Go Brandon merch, Trump 2024 merch, or a combination of the two at the same time. So, Applebee's in the neighborhood, baby.
So
It's
it makes
good
sense
in
why
the neighborhood.
nothing was seasoned.
Well, one of your first mistakes was actually looking around. At
Yeah.
we went at noon.
I was like, who are we here with right
we
now?
didn't go at like 2 o'clock or 3. We were there at noon.
Did you have to wait?
No.
There were 3 tables that had people at them.
And they were
And
all wearing
our
that
party
shirts.
was more than all of them combined.
Yeah.
Like maybe their demographic, the people that like go in there and find it charming. It just gave me weird vibes. I don't know. Like
I think if we
Country
went
buffet.
later at night.
Yeah, we had
It
a,
would
we
be
need to have a
more
dinner.
live,
So we're
you
going
know,
again?
like-
Yeah, dinner, baby! How's it going?
All the beer league, softball league teams getting like scored.
I mean, there were pictures of baseball teams all over the walls.
We're talking like
It's
little
all the
league
local
teams,
teams.
not like
Yeah.
professional ones.
Okay.
No, it's all the local teams.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
Applebee's
Yeah.
has the local teams.
Yeah.
Because
I think
Applebee's
that's
is
cute.
in the
It's
neighborhood.
the neighborhood, yeah.
Really
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I
Bar
also
and
mentioned their slogan. Like, it had been so long since I'd been at an Apple, like 15 years, that like you don't think of eating good in the neighborhood as an official slogan of anything. And then we went there, and I was like, oh yeah, this is real. That's a real slogan. Like, it's not just a meme. It's not just like a joke. No, it's real. It is their slogan.
They
Well, I
have
was
not
like,
changed it.
it's
at
not
all.
going on Twitter, I'm like, that wasn't that bad. And I see Blue tweet, Applebee's is garbage. I'm like, man.
Sucks balls.
Yeah. Like, oh, my bad.
It sucks balls.
So the meme is dead. Like we can put Applebee's in the past. Like
I don't think it's gonna die.
Yeah, give it
It'll
one jackpot
continue,
try.
but yeah.
Reddit, keep these Applebee's memes coming.
Yeah,
This is
carry
my
this.
praise to
Well,
you.
that's
gotta
the
carry
other
it.
question. If not Applebee's, what is our restaurants that we
That's
have to
true.
go? What do we
That's
choose?
Chili's.
Yeah.
You guys have seen
Just
Chili's?
move up.
Yeah, I've
But
Chili's,
here's the thing.
Apple
I'm perfectly fine switching to Olive Garden. All right.
Oh.
Because when you're there, you're family.
Yeah.
They have great food.
And just like
I
Fruit
like
Summit.
Olive
So,
Garden.
So we're having Olive Garden tonight, and I'm not sleeping through it.
After eating Olive Garden, you want to sleep.
Wait,
Carbs. So
I'm still working out this Applebee's.
spoilers, not sponsored by Applebee's, but
Man.
maybe Olive Garden.
What's up?
well, they
God.
Applebee's also didn't let you like film, right? Like you
Yeah,
asked. if
which
we-
is, I mean, it's
Oh
not.
yeah, that was it. We should just never have called because where we were sitting, we were just in a corner booth. You could have just stuck a camera right at the end of the table, plop. You wouldn't have seen anything but us.
Yeah.
It would have been totally fine. But we
They were
did
like,
call. we
No,
called
you
an
can't
Applebee's.
vlog here.
Yeah, we called an Applebee's and they were like, no, you can't
Well-
film here because they're thinking like big cameras and everything. So we went to a
Right.
different Applebee's.
Just
no, we went to the same Applebee's.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
The
thought
other
it
one
was
was too.
different.
No, the other one was too far away. We were just
We
like,
were
Oh.
just a little stealthy about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when you're just filming on
See
your
those
phone,
guys
it's
that call.
no.
Well, it reminds me of it's like trying to be nice and courteous.
Just bite you in the ass.
But it's like when Blue and I talked about when we were going to release the second Dream Team Destiny.
Oh my
shirt.
god.
That never came
Never
out.
called.
Yeah.
Never
Blue
called.
designed it. Fuego. We're gonna because I don't know if you remember like the first Dream Team shirt was like our
Yeah.
exotic
Yeah.
comics. Yeah. So we're gonna do another one, and this was like years ago. I don't even. Was it Destiny 200?
It had to be
It was-
expensive.
It was like starting.
I think it's
Started
still
with
Destiny
two.
one because Deej and I talked.
I
about
think it was
I think it was D1. Wasn't it like 200K subscribers? 300K?
Because I was watching
the
it.
very
That was
first
the
one
first
was.
No, it was like D2. It was
I think the second one was gonna be.
it was like the first year of D2. We made a new shirt.
Oh.
And so I was like, okay, well, just want to check and stuff. I know people do it, but like it feels just like a professional courtesy. I reach out. I'm like, hey, like, is it cool if we run this? Like, here's the design. And of course, it's a big fat no. Even though still to this, like everyone else. Ironically, if we hadn't asked, probably nothing would have happened. But it's still that thing. It's like,
Well,
I
next,
still think asking was the right thing to do.
but like they can't. Now that they said
No,
no,
I mean-
you can't. Like,
Yeah,
Right,
no,
you
I
can't
mean,
try
it's
to
the
get
right thing
around
to do.
it.
There were people who were very close to getting in trouble with something that happened a couple of years ago where they were just trying to sell like literally just like things copy pasted out of Destiny onto shirts, and I was like,
Oops.
Not
you
even, like,
guys are gonna get shut down so fast.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Not even attempt at
At
like
all.
OC kind of like.
No, I mean like if it was actually like the OC stuff that they had was fine, but there were just some other things that were like just literally ripped out of the game, and I was like, you can't do that. Like
Well, this-
you're gonna get in so much trouble.
It was
Don't
one
do
of
that.
those things, though. This one would be like a little bit like that was too. It doesn't matter. Like, still legally, I wanted to, like legally, it's the right thing to do. It's their intellectual property.
Yeah.
So I was just bummed, and Blue had already designed it. And we're like, but it kind of reminded me of that. But also, the difference was when I did the first shirt too, as well as the second, I was bigger.
Yeah.
So I think that plays a part of it too. Like, are they gonna go after
Yeah, a bigger.
smaller people that do it, or
Yeah, some dude who's gonna sell 10 shirts versus you that might sell over 1,000.
Yeah, and I don't want to be made an example of. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they are known to sue.
yeah. So
Nowadays, yeah.
So that was Applebee's. We there's a couple things like Fruit Master, for instance, which we can't yet talk about because
But it's hype.
Oh, that's how
We're
we're
filming
so
it
good.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Filming the
The stakes
conclusion.
were high. Life or death.
um,
Am I blind reacting to that?
Yes.
Yeah.
me too. So
Yeah.
Oh, really?
you probably won't have seen it either. It'll take a little while to get up there, but I will say, like, I think that's. We haven't even recorded the next one, but I think it's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, it's we were very ambitious with trying to make that happen. It was kind of our brainchild.
Thanks,
Because I remember you mentioning it last Fruit Summit that like you wanted to try to do something with the game Taskmaster.
Yeah.
And it was super sick. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, you know, we kind of came together and we're like, all right, let's make a whole list of tasks that we can have them do. And
So those were OC tasks?
They were not OC.
Oh, okay.
All of them were basically ripped from the show, but we just wanted to see how it would go first with tasks from the show. Like, let's actually make one and see how it goes. And then if we really want to do it again next time or a couple of years from now, whatever, then I would like to come up with some original ones. But because most of you have not seen any parts of the show, it was original to you. So that's all I cared about. We hired an audio guy, Projo.
He was sick.
Where do you find somebody like that? Like
You look up the state or local film commission, and it lists everyone who is who's registered with it, who wants to be hired.
I didn't know that.
And we actually have also MP edits, literally on site working on the edits.
Does he edit? You just edit for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but Danielle had asked MP Edits to help her with a thing a couple of years ago.
For whenever
One or
Straw Bandit
two-
came out.
Yeah,
I think it's
whenever
2020.
her flavor came out to edit together something quick for her. And she was like, we should really get him to do the editing because he's super fast and good. And we were like, okay. And then we did. Now he's here.
He is literally right
off
there.
camera.
And he's like editing it so we can react to it. So it's like a triple entendre video almost, kind of, right?
Sure. I don't know if you're using the word entendre.
It sounded like fun.
You tried to get. I respect the attempt. Yeah. But basically, so you guys did the thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Then he's putting together cuts, and then everyone's gonna react
to the cuts.
You know, tell some jokes, and then Fruit is gonna give points based on how everybody did. So Fruit is the arbiter. Fruit is the one who decides who gets what points for all of things. Yeah,
that's right.
And so
do accept bribes. Just saying, you got a day.
I mean,
some of the things I did, maybe.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it'll be. So we're gonna record that tomorrow, and then we have to edit all of that together. But I think, based on the footage that we got, like it is
good.
Top.
Oh my god, it's MP Edit.
Oh my god.
Guest cameo.
We also did escape rooms. We recorded some, and then we did another one unrecorded. And I think most of us, it was first time escape rooms.
A lot of us, it was the very first time.
And what do you guys think of that?
As soon as like we got in, I thought it was gonna be like kind of scary or whatever, but like Claire was like, "All right, let's see, Westlog. Oh, okay, we were in 1982.
It's not like a haunted house. They're not gonna jump out
count
and
these
scare
rocks
you
that
in the
apparently
middle
were
of
bait
it.
that
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
even have
Shark-
any meaning.
Shark just told me he got baited.
Yeah, I got red herring or whatever.
So the second
herring,
one
it's
we
like-
went
it's
to,
fake. It's a jabay.
the second one we went to had real clues and fake clues, so lots of red herrings and just stuff like that. So Shark was just staring at some rocks for hours, man.
I felt so.
And then when he actually is staring at a clue, he's like, no way.
Yeah, it was like fish, like a bowl with a bunch of fish.
He's like,
I was
no,
playing around,
no,
like,
back to my
this could be
rocks.
just decoration. I'm done.
Am I able to talk about the escape room we did, or will that be spoilers for like the video? Like, 'cause-
I think we could be vague.
okay,
Yeah, be vague,
we
be
were
vague.
like ridiculous at the end of our thing with like the wooden plank.
Oh.
It was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because
The one
we think it's like this crazy magnetic ball that somehow
Yeah,
can
I
tell.
put like some sensors in the back, just like. And then I looked behind it and I was like, either this is the most advanced piece of technology I've ever seen, or this is a plank of wood.
And you have to find out which one it is in the video.
Well, and my favorite thing is like I think like this might be something. I think no, that's like a staff. I'm like, okay.
And the funniest part about that is the guy was like trying to call you and tell you, hey, that's not a thing, or he's trying to type it on the
Yeah, we didn't
the
want to
TV, and you guys are like, no, we're not looking at that because last time it was followed About Time Joey on Twitch. So you were like, no, we're not looking at
We
that.
didn't want any
I was like,
hints at
oops,
all.
my bad.
Although we also got baited with a hint that was wrong
Yeah.
for like 5 minutes.
I feel like that jaded us. We were stubborn in that we never took any calls because there was 2 ways they could give us clues. They could either type it on a little screen, or well, there's 3 ways. That you can call them and ask, or I guess if a situation eventually gets to, they'll call you. We never picked up a phone. I think just out of stubbornness.
Yeah.
In hindsight,
I mean, there
if
was
we
one.
picked it up on that last part.
There was one point where we got a phone call though, and I hung it up, looking at the thing, and all of them just started laughing. 'Cause I think
Yeah,
they
we were watching you guys do the thing on the cameras, and the phone is ringing, and you guys are struggling, and it's something where it's like, if you just stop overthinking it, you'll get it, and the phone just keeps ringing, and he picks it up, points it to the camera, hangs up, and is like, nah.
You guys are all in there.
And we're just dying laughing because we see you guys. It was gold.
I'd done one escape room before this week with my wife Claire, and that was the common denominator. Then, before and now was overcomplicating. Most of the time, it's like, okay, this has to, and then we have to, and then you figure it out, and you're like, that was way easier and simpler.
I think at one point, Dad said, maybe we have to walk that route in the room or something.
Yeah.
Like, maybe.
Because it involved a graveyard, and it's like, trace the graveyard. I was like, what if we walk around?
We're over
This is a
here.
Destiny raid. You can't stand on the plate.
You guys are over here overthinking, and we're like, guys, should we dress up the baby? Like, there's a little baby doll. Instead, we
Dressing up the baby, dressing up ourselves, every single costume piece that was in that
need to
room
see this video.
that wasn't meant to be worn.
The guy's like, I've never seen that before. He's like, I've seen a lot of things happen. He's like, that's what
First time anyone's ever dressed as a baby.
Well, let's not. That reminds me. Speaking of that guy, he turned out to be the quintessential.
I hope
like,
he's watching right now.
stereotype
Shout out to
of
you.
our
He's
old
probably
fames.
not.
What do you mean?
He was that guy. Literally starts by like, "Oh, Mr. Fruit, I used to love your videos." He starts with that.
No.
With the guy with the
Yes.
No,
Yes.
the other guy.
No.
Oh, the 100
younger
Thieves?
Husky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the guy who's like 60.
Yeah,
with
that's
the
why I
big
was like,
beard.
wow. I was like, wow.
No. This guy shows up. He's like, "Oh, you Mr. Fruit? Oh my, dude, I used to love your videos. This is so cool." I was like, and then he's like, "Your Overwatch 1 videos. Those were so much fun."
Oh my god, it's
That
MP
hit me.
Oh wow.
And he was like, "Yeah, those were like pretty fun, but I just never watched any of your other stuff, and I just stopped playing Overwatch."
To be fair, a lot of people did.
Yeah. But yeah, he's going on. He's like, because now it's like a dead game. The room's over here.
Why am I catching so many strays?
Like the guy just he's like Overwatch 1, but then it got terrible, and this is a dead game, and he keeps going and going and going. Ruben's the life force falling out of him.
Ruben's curled
Like,
up in the corner.
I'm just
Yeah.
dying. I'm just cracking
Voldemort. He's
up.
like a little shriveled thing.
He's like the little Voldemort with
Yeah.
all the
Oh,
hot
gross.
crushes are gone.
What did I do to deserve that? I was completely out of the picture.
So Ruben's catching strays. He hits us with that. Later on, he asked me to do like the intro for a video for his friend.
I saw that. I
Yeah.
saw that.
Wait, I never saw that.
Yeah.
That's as I'm coming out of that second
Oh no.
Yeah.
clue after we failed it.
Yeah.
Because of the board thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey, before you go, like, can I get you like do your intro thing?" And he goes like, "Oh, my friends are gonna love this. Like, they used to watch you too." And then to finish it all out, we're leaving.
Little cherry on top.
Yeah, a little cherry on top. I'm like leaving. He goes, "Hey, Mr. Fruit, if you watch or if you start uploading Overwatch 2, I'll watch you again." And it's just, but he's like, otherwise, I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
You need something in order to start watching again.
Well, we've already uploaded Overwatch 2. So
Meeting you wasn't enough.
What is that necessary? Yeah. It could have literally just been like, "Hey, I hope you upload some Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
especially since we recorded a video
But some
at
people
his
just don't
job.
understand, like, or like get that
I
connection.
know, but it was like when I think of that dude, I will now picture him because like he hit everything. There was other times,
Like every
time
check
he
bar,
was-
Check the
like,
boxes.
interaction was like.
Yeah.
He was just that guy, and bless his heart. And I can't blame him. Like
I feel bad like flaming him so hard, but he's not gonna watch this video.
I know. Because I'm not uploading Overwatch 2. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I'm sure he meant well.
Yeah.
Most
he was a great-
99%
Yeah, I was gonna say-
people always mean well.
Yeah,
Because the
like
thing is-
95% of the time they mean genuine.
It's not
yes.
malicious.
No.
Yes.
When someone says I used to watch you, they don't realize how bad it sounds.
To them, they're like, yeah, like you were like a big part of my life back then.
Mm-hmm.
To us, it just sounds like, oh, she like moved on or something.
Yeah, like I stopped watching.
Which is also
you.
a normal thing.
Yeah.
Like,
But
sad.
it's also when most of the people you meet is, I used. Like, does anyone?
Does anyone
anybody
actively
still
watch
watch?
my content anymore?
Yeah, we're the still. I still watch you.
It would have been hype if that guy was like, dude, I watched like all your videos now.
Man,
currently.
I love your
I
Sucrado
currently
pets.
watch.
Yeah.
So
That'd be like nicer, but that would also be a little bit more daunting. Like, okay.
See,
But
and then he
also
would've
shout out
known-
to that guy to let us.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
shout out.
No man, because
It
there was a
was-
lot. Those escape rooms were a lot of fun.
they were.
They're actually pretty decent.
They were fun. I liked. So we recorded those two, and then yesterday we went to a different one, like a different place. And I liked the way they did it. Kind of.
I think there was too many cooks in the kitchen.
It was very chaotic.
We did have 9 people for one room, and it was supposed to be, I think, their bigger room.
Mm-hmm.
It worked well in the first part because the lore was like you're stuck on a ship, and there's like the captain's quarters and the crew quarters.
Ooh, I like that.
So we actually like split up and we're stuck in different rooms, and there's only like a small window in between for us to see each other.
Mm-hmm.
A porthole, yeah. To stay on brand.
Yeah. My
and
immersion.
that first part was cool. It was just enough. Like even still, I think we had a cup. Like part of the problem was typically it was like, okay, we find something, give it to them. Now we wait for them to do it to give it back to us, vice versa.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it worked pretty well. But once you move into the next room, we reunite.
So many people.
And there's
And then it
still
was
about
just-
the same amount of puzzles as there were in the individual rooms,
Probably
but now
more.
there's twice the people.
So
It's just like-
I was 100% like,
I was
Yeah.
standing around
Can you-
a lot. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I mean,
just
there's
I'll
only,
be back here.
Maybe
there's
it's
just only
just
so many. Sorry, you go.
I would not. You go.
Okay.
I'll go.
Yeah, there's just only so many things for people to do. Like when you have 9 people, it's like a couple people are gonna be standing around.
there was at one point just like numbers on like posters, and I just went up there pointing that feel helpful. To be fair, it's like quicker. For
You
guys
were
to
very
see it.
helpful.
Like,
it really was.
It's funny because at that one point, me and Dad are doing the thing with the cannonballs, and I was like 15, and I just hear and I just looked, okay, 15. And that's how I
Yeah.
So I'm
I did
just
that a couple times.
like I didn't know what else to do.
Did you survive? Like
We
did
made
you-
it with 2
2
minutes.
minutes.
2 minutes.
Exactly.
Although in that final room, like once we found the one thing that we needed, I think we did the rest of the puzzles in like 3 minutes.
We had one thing we were missing. It's because it was sort of in like the props area, and you're like, I don't really want to break the escape room.
Yeah.
And again, if someone, if someone looked at all the fish. they
Yeah,
were
if
supposed to-
someone maybe shark related was playing with the fish.
I thought it was props.
Both Shark and I were looking through those fish. We looked at those fish for like 30 seconds. We're like, I'm bored. Let's move on to something else.
Wait, what
To
were
be
the
fair, we did have to pull out the majority
Yeah,
of
there
the
were.
fish.
In my head,
There
I
was
was
a
just
fish
fishing
on
them
fish.
normally.
There was
The
a
thing
key that
was,
was attached to a fish.
I didn't think the key would be attached to the fish. I thought the key would be like inside the bin.
Oh.
So we looked through the fish. We're like, okay, well, there's nothing
It's-
here.
it
So
was
there
in
was
the
there was
fish?
It was
like
like
a
on
bin.
the fish.
There was a bin in like the corner of the room
This
with
is
like
what there was.
30 fish in it. They're fake fish, and they were like going through them. They were grabbing like one at a time. They're like, no, I don't think there's a key on that one. But when you got way to the bottom, one is just attached to a key, and you're like,
Maybe a spoiler warning because they were like, yeah, don't spoil anything.
Yeah, don't go to this
Like,
escape
little-
room.
it's like, hey,
Right.
skip ahead if you're not going to be in Colorado.
Well, I think the other thing that was interesting now that they did was I haven't done an escape room that gives you red herrings.
Yeah.
It was always like if you find something, you're gonna use it. So it is funny because like when we first got in our room, our captain quarters, we were doing things. Shark didn't have something to do. I found a chest with rocks, and so I go, Shark, see if you can find differences in these. So he goes over to the table and he's just sorting rocks.
I felt like I was doing something like.
And the crazy
Rocks,
thing
love
too-
this.
The crazy thing is eventually we find like a black, you guys find a black light, you give it to us. And there was like a crew note or whatever, something about like shining stars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Claire's like, shining stars, like what if like some of these rocks look differently? She used the black light and sure enough, some of the rocks light up under the black lights. We're like,
Oh no.
what does this mean? Turns out you never
Nothing.
use those. But we're like, this has got to be something.
Yeah.
But
Meanwhile, we're over on our side going, God, there's a bunch of glow-in-the-dark stars on the ceiling. We can't find anything. And then finally, you're like, oh, we have a star chart.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, to be fair, we found it later. But yeah, that one was fun, and it was probably the more complicated one.
definitely more complicated than the others.
But escape rooms are fun.
yeah.
Yeah, let's do it again today.
Go support your
10/10
local.
would recommend.
Go support your local escape room if you got one. They're
Okay, to
fun.
be fair though, we also didn't say where
We
We
didn't
didn't say
Yeah.
which ones
Yeah.
we went
but-
to, so it's fine.
So what are the odds someone's going to be like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going to
the
go to this
exact one.
specific one.
Yeah, well,
I'm
that
just
saying-
Mr. Fruit and Company
That
went to,
there
and
were
they
like
didn't
8
record
different
it. I'm
escape
just
rooms
saying.
at the place. We're fine.
I'm just saying.
somebody's listening to this gonna go to every escape room, and every time they see fish, just like
They're gonna run to the corner, start
There's
pulling
a key
them out.
somewhere.
There's a key in that fish.
keep going.
Even if they're live fish, someone will be like, "Oh my God, why are they in the fish tank?"
Like, dude, that's my aquarium. Where are you going?
It's in the lobby, dude. Like,
I thought it started. I'm sorry.
What else have we done?
Oh wait, well, we watched all the John Wicks, and you've never seen.
We have. We
Awesome.
are now
Awesome.
1 through
Hot.
3. How are you feeling about it?
It's pretty cool. He kills a lot of people in those
He's
movies.
so cool.
Spoilers.
And it, my bad.
Whoa.
And the best part is it takes place in like a week. So it's kind of funny because it's like, John, maybe you take a break, John, and then he kills 6 other guys, and you're like, all right, whoa, maybe now take a breather. Another, and I was like, okay, wow, yeah, good for you. So he's nonstop with that guy. It's
There's
cool.
just so many moments in that movie where you're sitting there and he does something and you're like, God, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's why I did a movie about him.
I know, right? And that's why they put him in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
I can't
they
believe-
made a movie about the Fortnite
I know,
guy.
they made a
it's all
movie about
based
the
on a true
Fortnite
story
guy.
on John Wick.
Yeah.
Bad.
He's a real man.
No, he's gonna be real again this March.
I don't know.
Next March.
Next one. This is sad.
It still would be this much.
Yeah, true.
This coming
True.
March.
This coming.
This upcoming March.
I still really want to record Blank Slate.
Oh yeah,
We should do that right after this. No,
I'm
joke.
down. I'm down.
That's fun.
Yeah.
We've been playing a lot of
Like,
board games.
We have it like set up right here.
Board game.
honestly.
Board game. We've
We-
been playing
we
one
have
board
Just the
game.
one.
We,
But
yeah,
It's
we
a
could
really
literally do it
fun
right
board
here.
game.
We have
Yeah.
way too many inside jokes now, so when we stream and record next, we're not going to be making any sense.
I don't know.
It's going to be great.
Speaking of not making sense,
How's the
Armenians.
spelling bee, Rob?
Oh yeah, we did spelling bee.
is that a good transition?
Oh, yeah.
Not making
Oh, yeah.
sense? Rob and the
I
spelling
was like, I knew
bee?
we did something else.
I mean, hey, I can spell guitar with a Y, all right?
Neither
Yeah, and
did
no
Mr.
one
Fruit.
else did.
you never know. We have to check the footage still. We have to check the footage.
That'll also be coming out soon. You'll probably see it. But I will say, overall performance, you impressed me, bro.
Yeah, it didn't do bad.
There was only like 2 or 3 words where I was like, I don't even know what that made. I was impressed.
Yeah, hey, I think I only missed one of the elementary school ones. I mean, there were some ones that were like really easy, and then there were some 5th grade ones that were really tough. Like Dado got pretty unlucky on a word, I think.
Bleat? That's not unlucky.
No, I just how often do you hear the word bleat? Spoilers.
Yeah.
I spelled it wrong.
Yeah, we'll say
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Me?
But
Never.
it ramped up pretty quickly. It started out with like cat, dog, and then suddenly it was anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Yeah.
And
Animation.
Big win for animation.
That tilted me so bad.
I know. I was actually. I won't spoil it, but I was very surprised by the ratings at the end.
I was impressed by overall your spelling, just
Yeah.
the contestants. Like overall, you guys did very well.
Yeah, I'm kind of a spelling genius.
That's
What
like
can I
the
say?
first time I've done a spelling bee since like high school. I mean,
Well, since Dream
In
Team.
high school?
well, I count like doing the vocabulary test. and
Are you
spelling test
talking about your
as a
actual
spelling bee.
That
class?
is
Yeah.
much different than this.
No, it's the same thing.
It's the
Same
same
thing.
thing. I agree. Yeah,
No.
it's the same thing.
I didn't literally type on the podcast. The last spelling bee I did was in 6th grade, where it's actually a whole thing. You're on stage and you do it.
So did you win?
No, tsunami.
Tsunami got you.
Oh.
It was
He
the-
remembers to
back
this
then.
day.
I don't think I'd ever seen it. I'd only heard it, and I didn't know there was a T.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I had one of those moments in 3rd grade where we had these like multiplication math tests, and I had not gotten a single question wrong in like 4 tests in a row, and my teacher saw that I got one wrong. He was like, 8 times 7? And I said 58, and he just slowly drew an X, and the whole class went, oh! And I will never forget 8 times 7 is 56.
Wow.
In the same way that you will never forget how to spell tsunami.
And that was my last spelling bee.
Yeah.
Crushed me.
I won a spelling bee when I was younger, but I was also homeschooled, so I didn't have anything better to do.
There wasn't a whole lot of competition.
Read
there.
and spell.
You were like, it was between me and the cat. I did really well.
No, it was between other homeschooled idiots.
We literally like threw the video, and Danielle finally goes, I finally got one wrong.
Yeah.
I was
Like, that's why.
I was like, you don't want me to compete.
All I'm saying is next year we do a math bee.
Hey,
No.
I'm mean at
I'm just saying.
Sir. If we're talking normal math, like
No.
addition, subtraction, multiplication, division.
What is that? Like a
I'm in.
mathlathon?
Nah, if we're talking like
Look, spelling's not my strong suit.
geometry problems and find
Clearly.
the angle of the triangle, no thank you. Like I can't do that.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
it'd
done.
be easy stuff.
8 times 7?
Couldn't tell
Dude,
you.
Overwatch statistics
58. We know this one.
I get it. It also sounds like your teacher scarred you. On their, like public shame.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I back then I really liked math, and I still kind of do. And we took these quizzes where you only had like a certain amount of time to answer. And I remember the order they did like red, yellow, blue, green, and then they did like the next tier up for another 4 quizzes, like red, yellow, red, yellow, blue, and then all the colors at once. And I was the only person to pass the yellow level on the first try, and then I was the only person to pass it, the blue on the next one, and then green is where I got held up.
Damn, 58, man.
That was
So it was-
really in-depth explanation.
It was a bit, dude. Elementary school Dado
Went for
Was
it.
a nerd.
fucked with math.
Went for it.
So hard.
I did too. I liked math a lot. I was a math. They had math wizards. Yeah, you had.
That
to,
sounds
it's kind of
awesome.
like Dado. They had like separate tiers, and you had to beat certain tiers.
Well, if
And
my
I-
school called it math
Yeah,
wizards,
rating
I would have
system.
cared
Yeah,
way
it was
more.
fucking bad. And you got your picture on the wall of math wizards.
Yeah,
There's
I
only,
didn't
like,
get my
20
picture on the
kids.
wall.
That sounds dope.
But I did do a
Math
1v my entire class with multiplication flashcards.
Wow.
I've told this story about math. I missed one day of school, and there was an assembly teaching people about like angles and all that kind of stuff. And I came the next day, and everybody just went on and learned about angles, and I just was left behind forever. And that's why I suck at like geometry and stuff like that.
One
I
day
missed
of
that
one
fourth
day,
grade.
because they explained it to everybody, I swear. And then I came and they just expected me to know all this in 6th grade. Yeah, and it was like, don't tell them. I don't know how to do
about
any
angles.
of this.
There's a multiverse.
Math used to be so cool, and then they made
They
it
fucked
weird.
you.
Yeah, they made it weird.
Behind.
For no reason. For no reason.
Yeah, absolutely no reason. The funny thing is, I was the exact same way in elementary school with math. Math was fun for me until I hit high school and started working with trigonometry.
Yeah,
and
they
stuff.
started
Started adding
They started throwing in
letters and all
letters.
sorts of
Yeah.
weird things.
But
Yeah.
like,
You guys literally had this conversation like 2 weeks ago on the podcast because I'm like,
well,
I
no,
don't remember
because in
this.
4th grade, it reminds me instead of like that and like the 1v, we played Around the World. I don't know if you ever played that.
Uh-huh.
So everyone would be at their desk, but you put them in a circle, and so we'd start with somebody random, and they would go to a desk, and then they would give you like a multiplication problem. First one to answer correct, and then you go to the next desk, and you're trying to see if anybody can go and beat everyone around the world.
I killed at that game. I
Yeah.
killed at it.
Tell me you guys
I went
were
around the
smartest
world a
in
couple
class.
times.
Oh, shoot. I
And
come
then-
in San Diego.
The other thing too was
It's a pretty good joke, Bryce.
I remember the textbooks, they gave us everyday mathematics. I only remember the logo for some reason. But she ended up giving it to me and my friend because we were so far ahead of what she was trying to teach the class that she gave us the things she was going to teach us for the whole year. And we did it in like 3 months. And then we just vibed out. And then halfway through the semester, I moved to Colorado. And then I had no friends, and everything went downhill. And here I am. That's what I remember.
Well, now you got friends at
That's
least.
it.
I don't know how you are with
Yeah.
math.
Moved to Colorado,
Boom, now we're here.
right here.
I
You
gotta
had
tell
to import friends to Colorado.
elementary and middle school was rough.
Pardon your regularly scheduled podcast listening for this short ad break.
You guys know myself, BlueWestlo, and Mr. Fruit take mental health very seriously. That's why we're so thankful to have the BetterHelp as one of our sponsors. So now let's hear a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Therapy is so important. It's helped me realize how to work through burnout, how to work through my job, and how to work through just my life in general. Therapy and BetterHelp can just help anybody in general, and I believe anybody should have some sort of way to talk to somebody about their mental health. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat only therapy sessions, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/GG. That's betterhelp.com/GG. My time with BetterHelp, they were professional, awesome, and they listened to me, which is the most important thing when it comes to getting mental health help. When the summer starts to wind down, fall can get a bit chaotic. But Factor's ready-to-eat meals delivery makes it easy to stay on top of a busy schedule while still sticking with my goals. Factor's the perfect meal situation for on-the-go lifestyle, whether it's a quick lunch at my desk or something to scarf down in between recordings. Again, myself, Mr. Fruit, and Blue have talked about how delicious the Factor meals are, and on top of it, they're all super healthy. The chicken poblano still is undefeated. Factor makes lunch and dinner on busy days a total breeze. Their fresh, never frozen meals are delivered ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes, so I can fuel up and be on with my day. New Gourmet Meal Plus meals make eating at home feel extra special. For an additional cost, these meals are prepared by perfection by Factor chefs and ready to eat in record time, so you can savor the flavor, no stress on the prep. Factor means free time. Instead of those precious hours after you get home hustling around the store and the kitchen, they'll deliver ready-made meals right to your door, eliminating all that meal planning, prep, and cleanup time. So what are you waiting for? Head to go.factor75.com/GG130 and use code GG130 to get $130 off across 6 boxes. That's code GG130 at go.factor75.com/GG130 for $130 off. After years of fine print contracts and getting ripped off by big wireless providers, if we've learned anything is that there's always a catch. So when I first heard of Mint Mobile's offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month, I thought there has to be some sort of catch. But after talking with them and hearing about their service, it all made sense. There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless online only. They cut out the cost of retail stores and pass those sweet savings directly onto you. If I switched from my provider, I'd literally be saving $45 a month on my bill. For anyone who hates their phone bill, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with Mint Mobile and keep your same phone number along with your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get wireless service for just starting at $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get your plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/GG. That's mintmobile.com/GG. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/GG.
But it's probably a good thing because all the friends I had, like, we were my closest friends at that time, most of them are incarcerated now. And I have a feeling I would have been a product of my environment.
There's a multiverse where Rob is good at math because he didn't miss a day, and Mr. Fruit is in jail.
Mr. Fruit in the 420.
That's what I want to see. Okay.
Wow. That's crazy.
Well, I went back for high school, and already some of them were in juvie. And then they were telling me so many stories, like, it's been like 5 years, what's happened? And then it just kept going.
Damn. You never did like anything like that would be considered like a criminal or anything like that. Like ding dong
money.
ditching.
Well, there was this and this.
Yeah.
I've heard he launders money quite
Yeah. Aside from that though,
like ding dong ditching, you never.
I did a little bit.
Whoa.
About 2 houses and.
And then you're like
the grief, like
I'm calling it.
I couldn't.
Fruit's like, maybe I should stop ding dong ditching across
Like,
the
I'm
street
waiting
from
for
my
that
house.
Like I would do one, and I was sitting there like, "What's that, it, guys? Like, can we?" Yeah, no, I didn't last. So no, as far as a criminal record, pretty boring. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
I was a pretty
I'm sure
straight
with you.
hero.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I remember
I'm a
we were
seasoned
ding dong
criminal.
ditching, and one of my friends was like going. We did like 2 houses this one night, and I was like, wow. And we keep going, and then he goes to the stop sign and steals the stop sign, and I just ran out.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's
Steal a stop
too far,
sign.
too far.
That's a really common thing to do.
yeah, and I was
Stealing
like,
stop signs.
They're big too.
Yeah.
Like, they fit
Yeah.
in my room perfectly.
I just ran home like.
I feel like I got a
this-
whole wall
this
of
is not
them.
me.
I'm going to the bathroom, man. I don't want to be.
You could have just.
You could have just peed on the couch, man.
Yeah, you could just
I
walk.
don't want to walk in front of the camera.
So what do you end up doing with the stop sign anyway?
Put it in his like garage, and I think eventually his dad's like, "What is this? Where did
Do
we
I
get
know who
this?"
did this?
Yeah, you
Okay,
would.
okay. That's pretty criminal. So
But yet it actually is criminal. But as far as me doing,
You're an
something
accomplice, bro.
Yeah.
I know you are.
That's why he starts. This is gonna be so funny. I'm up.
So I have a ton of like GG over easy Patreon questions that we can kind of just like go over and it'll kind of just like spark fun conversations. I think. So
Where would you go on your first date?
Applebee's.
Whittle with I don't know. This is kind of personal. So if you don't want to share, you guys don't have to. It says any near death experiences. I have one. And
I have one.
I have one.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Why are you patting me? Do I have a near death?
Do you want to start,
experience
Shark?
Like Joey, you don't need to repress it.
Sure, yeah. I had a near-death experience when I was like, I think 12. I was really young. It was me and my mom. I think it was just me and my mom who went to like Mexico, like dead ass, like down in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? With the
I don't know what
pueblos
you're
there, you know what I'm saying? But we went to the beach and it was nice. Oh, I loved it. Oh man, I love the beach. So. And I was feeling good. Normally I don't swim. I grew up like being scared of deep water. But there's something about the beach that I went. I was like, man, I love this. I'm gonna go deep. And I did. and I kept going. And I was like, I was feeling good. I was swimming. I was comfortable. And then out of nowhere, I forget what it's called, but it's like.
You get riptide?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting. I never learned about it in school, and I was scared. I thought I was getting pulled, and I was going under the water, and I was like. My mom had no idea. She thought I was chilling, and I was at the moment, but out of nowhere, I was getting swooped in out, and I swear I could have died.
Did the lifeguard come and get you?
No, there ain't no lifeguard.
Right, my bad.
You know what I'm saying?
My bad.
Dead ass Mexico.
Dead ass.
Right.
There's lifeguards, dead ass Mexico.
And what, you got back like swimming by yourself? You somehow like swam back?
How'd you get back?
A shark saved him from the
Then
water.
It's an origin story.
Welcome.
I don't know. I swim fast, and I don't remember much, but like I was like, I'm done.
Okay.
I didn't even tell my mom because I thought I was gonna get in trouble
That's
because it's
terrifying.
like, how can you go in the deep end?
The deep end of the ocean.
Yeah.
Well, the ocean.
What's crazy is that I like unlock the core memory. Same thing happened to me when I was like 7.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were out in the because we lived in Florida at the time, so we went to the beach.
Dead ass
occasionally.
Florida?
Yeah.
Dead ass.
To be fair, all of Florida is.
And same thing happened. The difference was I was actually like competing in swimming at the
Oh
time.
wow.
And I literally think it's the only reason like nothing happened. I ended up going out and then kind of just like slowly without realizing like getting kind of far. And then, okay, I should get back. I'm not getting back. And then I start moving sideways and back. And then
Yeah.
the beach is getting farther and I am freestyling my heart out. And I don't know how long it was. It felt like an hour before I made it back to the beach.
It's
I've never been.
Your parents like, what's up, bud?
Yeah, they were like
Enjoy
no
your
one's
swim?
anything. I'm like crawling out of the beach. Like I was kaput, but I literally think the only reason was I did just remember my training at some point when I realized I wasn't going anywhere. I just started breaststroking and just really going slow.
Damn.
And then I just waited and waited and
You
waited.
kind of just gotta let the riptide take you. You gotta go with it. That's the only way to get free.
So
it was. It felt like this is it.
So there's an alternate universe where you and Shark got taken by the riptide and then met in the middle of the ocean.
Whoa.
well, you should have to like.
Yeah,
Dead ass
Shark went a little
Mexico.
far. Yeah.
We would have to, or maybe
Depends on which side of Mexico
Yeah.
he's on, man.
Maybe they meet on the edge of like Chile or something.
South America.
I know, yeah, Shark goes all the way through the Panama.
So I've actually never shared this story with you guys, and this is gonna sound kind of cap.
Okay.
So like we went to my dad's friend's house. He's like a work colleague, and there's a bouncy castle there. Sick. We like bouncy castles. Like I'm gonna do that. So the adults go in where all the kids are in the bouncing castle. And there's like 7, and I'm probably like around 12 at this point. So we're bouncing in the castle, and the air thing goes away. So the thing starts kind of like collapses.
Yeah.
So like all the kids like all fall onto one side and start like I'm on the bottom of the pile, yo. And I swear, everyone thinks I'm joking when I tell the story to my family. They think I'm joking, but I remember like grabbing out of there like this, and then like pulling myself out. And I swear to you, I was like dying. Like I was like, and I pull myself out, and I run back out there, and I put the air thing back in it. No one knows that I saved the 8 people. Wow, I swear it's a real story. Like the Jamesons, they laugh at me every time I tell the story because I was like, we almost died. Like,
damn.
Like that is like the nearest death experience I ever had was in a bouncy castle. I had like 6 kids on top of me.
How old were you?
11 or 12. I think.
You said 12, yeah.
Oh, okay.
11 or 12, somewhere around then. Like still kind of young, but like enough to.
You should have gotten like a key to the city.
Is there other American hero? And I was like. I'm getting us out of here. It was like my hero moment, and I told like one family that story, and they laugh. They go, Robert, tell the bouncy castle story, like, cause then like they're all laughing. Like,
tell us your near death experience, bro.
We're sitting with Batman right now.
Story. Mrs. Jameson.
I got thrown off a horse. I was horse riding and I landed on my collarbone.
Oh.
And broke my collarbone, but like I landed right next to a giant rock.
Oh shit.
Like the horse got scared by a bee and just bucked me off, and I went literally head first.
Don't fuck with horses.
And luckily I landed on my shoulder, broke my collarbone, and we're in the middle of nowhere, so I'm just like,
I'm in a lot.
I got back up on the horse because we were so far away from everything, and we had to ride all the way back, and then I went to the...
Did it break the skin, like the break or anything?
No,
like
it didn't break that,
okay,
but it did break so bad that I had to have surgery, and I have a cadaver tendon in my shoulder.
How long were you like in pain?
You have a dead
before
person?
You got to
I have a dead... I always say, I've got a dead guy inside me.
Oh.
How long did it hurt?
Yeah, like before you got to the hospital or whatever.
The whole time.
Oh, the entire time. I think I was...
no, I'm saying like how long,
like how long was the period of time?
To the hospital?
Yeah.
Oh, it was probably about an hour because we had to ride back to the barn, and then we had to get in the car, and we were like, at a barn on my friend's like dad's property, and so we had to drive to the nearest hospital, and then there's a really funny picture of me. I don't know why she took a picture of me, but I'm like in a hospital gown. I have a neck brace on because I didn't know if like I heard anything, and I'm just crying. But I'm really glad.
Like,
smile out.
That's a hilarious picture.
Because it's a hilarious picture.
She pulls out the scrapbook scissors.
Yeah. So that was my near death.
Anyone else?
I don't think near death. I got in a car accident where my car was totaled, but like I was completely fine. That's the closest I've been to something that could have potentially harmed me in a very significant way, but otherwise.
You're in your car?
My car caught on fire and blew up, and then I don't have a car anymore. So that was like 2 months ago. So we're still recovering financially from that. But
well, there is another multiverse as well, where I was never born.
What the?
Because my dad's so stupid. We found this photo. He used to be like a junior Olympian in like gymnastics.
Oh wow!
So he was very confident in his abilities, except this picture was taken like 10 years after he was competing, and he was with his ex-wife at the time, and I think they just had my oldest brother, but they're at the Grand Canyon, and he hands like the Polaroid to his wife at the time and says like, take the picture, and he goes to the Grand Canyon and goes to the edge. Grabs it, does a handstand.
What?
And then the picture is him doing the handstand, like at the Grand Canyon, and he just comes back. But I'm like, Dad.
What the heck?
Just a little bit out, and I'm not here.
Yeah.
There is so many ways that could have gone wrong. And I look at that, and I'm like,
I got a question here from Riles. Says, for Dado if he's on the podcast. Well, he is on the podcast.
Okay.
I used to be into sneakers as well, but now I collect vintage clothing heavily. What are your thoughts on vintage clothes?
I'm not a big clothing guy, and if I was, I probably wouldn't be in like how vintage are we talking?
I'm saying like early 2000s. I think that's kind of like the vintage.
1776.
Yeah. No, I mean I got like an off-white hoodie or two, and like stuff like that. But in terms of vintage stuff, like if that's what makes you happy, knock yourself out. For me, I was like,
There's the, sorry.
Oh my God.
You can put
That's
this
a
up.
cute
I'll send
picture.
it to
That's a
you if you
cute
want.
one.
Ow.
So sad.
I'm so sad.
Oh my god. When you said the vintage clothing, my first thought went to like Jenko jeans. It's like, oh no, I hope.
nah, clothing. I'm just looking for like I like newer stuff. Although I'd say probably 30% of my wardrobe right now is my merch, and then another 20% is other people's merch.
Drag that gets sent to us.
Yeah,
Agreed.
so.
Fenrir says, I mentioned Guilty Crown last week. It's essentially a dystopian anime to say the least. I think it's a must watch. Watching 86 next. Have you guys seen that one? Is there any anime you guys can recommend me that you guys are watching? Also, I'm watching Vinland Saga.
Phone for this next segment.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, just hear me out. It's the best anime ever.
Yes.
I'm not watching because they say that.
Come on. You know what? Your loss. It is. Hey, I'm enjoying it. I love it, but
Part 6, go home. We miss you.
Yeah.
Tony, we miss you.
Bryce, you watch anime?
I'm not a huge anime guy. My wife likes it, so I watch it like with her.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
before her, I'd watch like nothing, like Attack on Titan, and I'd seen Sword Art Online. Those were the two I had seen. So Attack on Titan's dope though.
Yeah.
it is.
Well, the 86 specifically, I think Claire and I have like 3 episodes left.
It's called 86.
It's pretty cool.
It's about the number 86.
No. It's just a math anime. It's pretty cool. It's like this dystopian future. Kind of gives the setting of it gives me like Attack on Titan vibes, but it's a very different show. As far as their anime recommendations, certainly nothing that's you're gonna be like, I haven't heard of that before.
Yeah.
No,
Bizarre
okay.
Adventure.
You and your JoJo are like
Dude.
the weird Rick and Morty fans, man.
What are you talking about?
Yep.
When have I ever
Okay.
come up to you and said Wubba Lubba Dub Dub?
Here's my reason.
Yes.
Alright.
Yes. That is not true One Piece
Okay,
fans.
okay.
You can't take that away.
Can I
One
just-
Piece fans.
My bad.
Go ahead, Shark.
Okay, can I just say the reason I bring up JoJo a lot? I want you guys to feel how I felt when I watched it.
Yes, which is
Like how I'm like, yo, you
amazing.
gotta listen to Shark's Ultimate High Warlord playlist, man.
in the link
And
in
it's
the description below.
Do not put my Twitch link, put my Spotify playlist instead. Thank you.
I can't remember to text my mom. You want me to remember in like 10 days to put your Spotify? Like,
Yes.
Just write it on your arm and pen. Boom, done. That's how I remember everything.
It's a
Otherwise,
good playlist.
GG.
And then next to that, put watch JoJo's Bizarre
Yes,
Adventure on
yes.
Netflix and
Okay, to
Crunchyroll
be
today.
fair, I did try one episode, the first one. Claire didn't like it, and so we usually watch things together, so I just haven't watched.
If you're in a couple
I know that
and
vibe.
one of them
There's so
doesn't
many
like
things I
it,
wanna
it's
watch
done.
Where we started and it's like, oh, he doesn't like it. I guess
And
I'll never
then-
see that again.
What have we
It
watched
starts off
since
slow.
then? Like,
The one
She's like, I gotta wait.
yeah.
She's like,
oh,
well,
that
let me
pirate
start.
show.
The pirate show, the
What? You didn't
One
like
Piece.
Our flag means death.
Our flag means death is
Oh.
so
I thought
good.
we watched the first like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine, but it just wasn't like
Did you get to
it
the
wasn't
part with
getting me
Taika?
jazzed up.
Watiti?
I
we like
don't know.
We
Did
got
you get
to
to?
his.
Did you get to him? Because once it gets to him, it gets way better.
Yeah, I think that like the next episode was gonna be him because he had just like.
I will give it another shot. It's just like it was fine, and like I enjoyed watching it, but I wasn't in a hurry to go watch more of it.
It's a live action.
No, it's an HBO show.
Yeah.
And Station 11, I liked because it was a book that was really good on HBO. Station 11. Anyone
What's
watch
the
it?
other one?
I don't read.
Well, it's also
What's
a show.
up? Fuss books.
Yeah,
You know what my favorite book is? Fahrenheit 451.
It's the book about destroying bugs.
Yeah, I've
That's
only
why you can't
watched
spell.
2
Yeah,
animes.
no shit.
My high school friends watched a shitload of anime in high school, and I would just watch with them, but I didn't like go and
You
pursue
seek
it
it
on
on
my
your
own.
own.
Yeah.
I am. Well, I guess I'm currently watching Vinland Saga, but I think I mentioned that.
I got one here from Goo Boy. Says, what is your guys' favorite weather? He loves a cool, windy, and rainy evening.
what we just had an hour ago.
What was that? What we
So
had?
It was
Thunderstorm.
pouring.
Just raining.
Just the
pouring.
sudden
Yeah.
outburst of rain. The wind is going strong. It's almost like
You
diagonal.
like that? That's scary.
Yeah, one half of the sky was clear, the other half was just pouring rain on
Say
us.
pouring?
Yeah,
Pouring?
pouring.
Pouring?
Pouring.
Like Hooters.
You saying it right? Pouring.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
What's wrong?
I pouring. I like how you say it.
I didn't say, I said pouring.
Oh, just pouring.
I don't know.
My bad.
It was I liked how you said
You're talking about pouring versus pooring?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we should talk about a
I like
pooring.
I like a cold rain in the fall. Like he
Yeah, I like it cool.
Then you would like
Like a-
Seattle.
like a
Because
nice-
that's all Seattle is from probably
Like
end
a-
of September to the beginning
like a
of
nice,
May.
cool 45-degree weather rain. Not downpour, but just a little bit.
See,
Yeah.
I like it when it's
That's-
cold.
That's Seattle for about 9 months.
I like it when it's cold, but I like being warm in the cold.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
So
what
I don't like
Yeah,
being
that's-
cold.
yeah.
What?
So like, if it's cold outside, if it's
Fine.
snowing outside, I take a warm bath. That's my favorite type of weather. The
So,
bath.
the bath is your favorite weather?
Interesting. Yeah, I get a candle up in there.
I mean, it does sound like a nice experience, but does that count as weather?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that, but
I
yeah,
gotta-
no, I'm on board. Like 60s, cloudy out, maybe a little rainy, misty. Like that's why I like Seattle so much. It's
And-
just very, very cool.
I'm a big fan of the Georgia weather, the like warm summer nights where it's like a little humid outside, like right at like the 70s, 60s, so a little cool but not like cold, and like the stars are just all
No
out.
humidity.
Like I
No
like I
humidity.
like the humidity.
No.
I don't
But
mind
then
it every
I'm a-
so often.
I
So,
like that weather.
I'm gonna say this. When I lived in Florida, until I moved here, I didn't know what chapstick was. Humidity has its perks.
That
It
is
does.
I'll say that.
Yeah, but then I'm sweaty and wet. Like I don't like that.
Nice
Like,
sweat no matter where I go.
Well, I'm just
But
not.
you'd be like omega sweaty if you lived in
Yeah,
Florida.
but I'm
well,
like,
the weird thing is, I'd grown up there. I didn't realize
Mhm.
it wasn't normal
It's
until I
not-
moved here.
because in Georgia and like that sort of area, everybody's sweaty. So I mean, a little bit. Not like they're not like
I was
so.
like walking around with sweating.
That's a way to sell it. Everyone here is
Yeah.
sweaty.
Take a shower. What are we doing?
I would probably prefer. Well, I like certain summer days here in Colorado, sunny, unmatched. However, I just wish I could weave in like Florida thunderstorms.
Yeah, we just had like we get those.
Nope.
Like,
Nah,
That wasn't even remotely close. to
that storm that they're talking about
And it
lasted
was like
like
that.
and
that
it
was
was
like
like
10
storms,
minutes.
like-
It was 2 minutes. It's like,
what comes with that is like flash flooding and like just like
that's part of the fun.
hail.
At this
like, you like
elevation, my
that?
guy.
Huh?
Flooding what?
Well, like flash flooding is a thing.
It is.
What, no,
Like
not
hail,
there.
like you gotta
We
get.
get, we
Sounds
get
awesome.
worse hail here than we did.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
you like that? Like it's a thunderstorm that comes with a thunderstorm is hail potentially.
I love it.
Not with my weather.
It's scary. I don't like thunder.
Love it.
It's scary.
Thunder's cool. I like thunder,
Yeah,
but my
it's
cat
2000
doesn't like
nights.
thunder, so I don't like thunder anymore.
He's
I take it
terrified.
back.
Yeah, that was really nice. Like I was out there with Sydney. And this is
Oh
nice.
yes, she loves that.
And in 2 minutes, and it's gone.
Especially like at nighttime though, where you got those like big thunderstorms just blowing you out like a light.
I like when the thunderstorm is really far away and I can see the lightning in the clouds.
Mhm.
That is
Like
cool.
that sucks for the people there, but I'm glad.
Not
but
my
I got a good
problem.
show.
Yeah,
like
You're like, man, it sucked to be them. That's the part he likes.
Beast says he's watching a lot of old cartoons. What is your guys' favorite old like cartoons?
How old is old?
Kick Butowski.
I guess when you were a kid, from like the age of like 6 to 12,
Okay.
or 5 to 12.
I'm a big chowder stan.
Oh,
Chowder, I like chowder.
I mean, Avatar's
Adventure
goated.
Time.
Avatar is goated.
Man.
You know it.
Wow, can't believe you like the most popular thing that's ever been made on that channel.
I was a SpongeBob.
Nah, that's
SpongeBob.
Yeah, I'm with you. SpongeBob is just like
Fairly
tried and
Odd
true.
Parents,
Yeah,
Dana
Fairly Odd
Phantom,
Parents.
Powerpuff Girls,
Yeah.
Dexter's Lab.
Yeah.
My Little Pony.
Well, just
Friendship
Cartoon
Magic.
Fridays were just
Nah.
like goaded. And then like
we had.
I thought we were in agreement.
Foster's was good.
Oh, Foster's.
Chowder.
Chowder was
Never watched.
that was about
Was
when
that-
I had kind of stopped.
Same, yeah.
But like Chowder was like I still felt like aged
You
well.
could watch
for
Chowder
teenagers.
now.
Yeah.
I watch Chowder
Yeah.
now, and I'm like, that's
Gumball
fucking hilarious.
is good.
My
Gumball's
favorite,
really good,
the animation in Chowder with like the background of the clothes
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
moves with. The,
That's
I always
so
thought
cool.
that was really cool.
What about you?
I'm too old.
Start mentioning some.
Nobody's gonna know mine.
I'll know.
People will know.
I loved Gargoyles.
Oh, Gargoyles was
I
sick.
watched
But the only thing with
Gargoyles.
Gargoyles is it was on at like 2 in the morning on like the Disney
Yeah,
Channel.
I
and I'm
remember
like,
Yeah.
Couldn't
so
tell.
Gargoyles was sick.
Yeah, that's one of my
Definitely goated is What's New Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Big Velma
Not a
fan
big
right here.
Scooby-Doo guy.
favorite.
What's new? Best theme song of the
Are you
Scooby-Doo
talking
ones.
like-
Don't at me.
Are the What New Scooby Doos? Are those the ones that were in
No,
the 60s?
No. Those are the original. The What's New Scooby-Doo was the mid 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the actual old ones more than I did.
You like the old
I
ones
did,
better.
yeah.
Like the ones where
Because my dad liked to watch Boomerang.
He had-
so
he
his
had-
Boomerang were like his, like all the Flintstones and stuff, and they would show the old ones on there. So
Did you see the crossovers with like Scooby-Doo and Batman, Scooby-Doo and the Harlem Globetrotters?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Scooby-Doo
Did
and
they
like
have like a crossover with like this one like girl band?
they had
Hex Girls.
well, Hex Girls
Oh
are
my
there.
God.
They had an actual band too that they did like a whole episode with. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Hex
Yeah.
Girls are goated.
Yeah, those.
Again.
Oh.
I realized I'm like, what cartoons did I even like? But at the age that I would have like really enjoyed cartoons, I was homeschooled and sheltered, and most of them did not please God. So.
But Gargoyles did because
Well,
Goliath, Goliath just had.
I don't know why I was allowed to watch it. Either like by that time she just stopped caring, or I don't know. But like
it's dope. She's gotta watch this.
She was
Yeah.
just watching it 2 in the morning.
I was
and they
not
didn't
allowed
pick
to
up.
watch Nickelodeon because that was
Really?
yeah.
Oh man.
And
I mean-
then yeah.
None of us said it. I'm sure most watch SpongeBob. None of us.
Well, no.
Oh, you guys said
I was a
it.
SpongeBob kid. Yeah.
I didn't watch.
I like Family Guy too. Like,
Family Guy.
I've grown out of liking Family Guy, but
Batman.
I wasn't like a lot of South Park. I don't
Oh,
really
yeah,
watch South
yeah.
Park
religiously
that much
when I was a kid.
anymore. But yeah, when I was
Yeah.
younger, I tried to sneak
We
that
didn't say
whenever I could.
this, but Batman the animated series was so good.
High five you, Bryce.
Let's go. Let's go.
I did watch that.
Batman.
Batman
You get out of
Beyond,
here.
Justice League.
Happy Tree Friends was like for those
Teen
edgy
Titans.
kids.
Happy
Bro.
Tree Friends is for an older kid to show a younger kid specifically to scar them. That is the entire purpose of the show.
Any Beavis and Butthead watchers?
Nah.
I did a little bit.
My parents said
Although
no.
I think there's a new trailer for
Yeah.
For like a
reboot.
movie.
I can't get
I haven't
behind the art
watched it.
style.
I thought like it was funny, and when I was like 6, I watch it now, and it is like unbearable. I think it's just.
I still
awful
find it
television.
funny.
There's that. Rocco's Modern World.
Life.
Life. There
No,
was-
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah, Rocco's Modern Life.
No, Life the
Cat
show.
Dog.
Cat Dog, yeah.
I watched He-Man.
Rugrats.
He-Man.
There was a
Rugrats.
small pyramid. There's a thing called Zoids.
Zoids!
Dude.
I watched the shit out of Zoids.
Yo, where are my Slug
Life
Terra
Zero.
boys at? Any Slug Terra fans? Slug Terra pop.
Bakugan? The
Bakugan,
show kind
the
of
show.
went hard.
Bionicles had a show, right?
They did.
They had some
Yeah.
movies too.
I watched Bionicles.
Oh, Ninjago.
Oh,
Dude.
I fucking love
To
Ninjago.
this day, Kai should have been the Green Ninja. That's all I'm saying.
This is where we start to see the
Kai
Zoomer
should have
shit.
been the Green Ninja.
Ninjago was so
See, and, like, I
fucking
think I was, like,
good,
13, like, I was,
dude.
like, stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a cool kid that watches Room Raiders on MTV now.
Oh, dude, I used to watch Room Raiders.
Bro,
like
I'm
the
too
Real
busy
World
watching
and
Silent
stuff like
Library.
that
I can't
as a
watch those
kid,
kids
like-
shows.
I did watch a lot of cartoons. Well, now the thing too is you just watch whatever. I'd go to like Nickelodeon, flip the Cartoon Network, whatever's on. Okay, and then that episode's done. Do I like something better on Nick? Okay, you just keep flipping.
Yeah.
I remember that. Every 30 minutes, you're like, okay, which one has the better show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go to Disney sometimes, and then
Disney,
if I
yeah,
moved
check.
up a little bit more, there was Animal Planet. It was good
And then
stuff.
you get SpongeBob, and it's like a
Wow.
rerun you don't like. It's like, fine.
Question from Ricardio says, if you went on a cross-country road trip, what are some songs you put in a playlist to hype you
God.
up while you're driving?
Hey,
I got
no one else got an answer.
Oh
no.
Hold on.
Do we have the playlist
Yeah.
for you?
Next question.
Shark's Ultimate
High
High
Warlord
Warlord
playlist.
I got
playlist?
a question here from.
I'll list my first 3 songs on my Spotify right now. Okay. that I just recently liked. I Hope You're Happy by Blue October. Yeah, it's an old one. I just kind of rediscovered that one. Big Titties by Rico Nasty.
Yeah, that's a fire song.
And
huh?
Conceited by Flo Milli. So would be my recommendations. Both bangers. All 3 bangers.
I've been listening to new Dance Given Dance album. I think I like the first half much more than the second half, but I need to listen to it more. It's probably what would go on the list in terms of
I'm on a
recent
Tool
stuff.
kick right now.
Oh yeah.
Tool's like every song sounds the same, but it's
so
different.
good.
That's what I was saying.
Every song's like 7 minutes
That's what I was
long.
telling her. I was like, you could play the same intro to this song, and you could tell me it was different songs, and I would believe you.
It's just hard riff and then bam, bam, and
Like you were
drum.
saying, I had the pot stuck in my head non-stop and like just for 3 days, and I was like, just like, so I finally
Like, I
gave
remember
in. And started
There was a
listening
Guitar
to all
Hero game where they had like a part in it where you played like 3 different Tool songs, and each were like 6 minutes, and each of them all sounded exactly the same. Like, am I playing the same song over and over again?
But they're all good.
Yeah, I did enjoy it though.
Yeah.
My one song recommendation is Out of Control by Lentra. That's a banger. You listen to it, you can vouch. Maybe not everybody else has, but it's a banger.
I don't know how big Joey's vouches though. I would more so.
It's a
be
starting
looking for a
point
High
song.
Warlord
Yeah.
playlist.
But yeah,
Sometimes
no,
my starting
I vouch
stream
that
song.
more.
Yeah.
It changes every day.
What do you got, Blue?
What am I listening to right now? Yo, that new Beyonce album goes hard. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
I haven't listened
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I gotta listen to it.
I've only listened to like half of it so far.
I would drop my ass to the floor until I shit.
Tell you what, that Pokemon Unite menu music. Something about it.
Actually, that is my playlist right now. The Pokemon Unite playlist. Just the sounds of the game.
Hell yeah.
Pretty fuego.
Next question we have here is. Addie says, "Would you rather have a talking cat or a talking dog?"
Talking cat.
But
Oh.
the dog is extremely racist and the cat is extremely homophobic.
Oh,
Talking cat, for sure.
Talking cat.
Well, talking cat.
Talking.
Whoa, whoa! You guys can't choose the cat.
I'm choosing the cat because I like cats. I don't get.
And don't like gay people. We're learning
No,
a lot of
man,
the
I
cat.
should have
A lot
not-
of
Cats doesn't
The
get
cat,
to
okay,
do
the cat goes with
I'm
my
not- I'm
lifestyle a
taking
little bit
none.
more. Just because it poops in the litter box, I'm going to take it on walks. It has nothing to do with its
Well, me and my wife
Just the
aren't
cat.
gay,
Just the
but
cat.
we got a talking cat.
Wow.
So the cat
We
wouldn't
are
hate
different.
me, it would just hate
It would hate
everybody
other
else.
people.
Which is stereotypical cat anyway.
Okay,
It already hates everybody.
Here's an actual
else.
really good question, and it's from the counselor, who always asks kind of the Monka-esque questions. And this one's pretty Monka done. Which porno would you watch the most? So, Arios and Joey, Rob
me get
and
my
Les, Blue and Shark, or Dado and Dork?
Oh, Dado and Dork.
Where am
I want to see Dado and Dork.
Dado and Dork.
How does Dork get in
Oh,
there?
I hate to be part of the crowd, but I think I'm
I
gonna.
don't.
Oh,
I mean,
Dado and
that's
Dork
fun.
just seems fun to watch. Like, who knows?
I feel like you guys would like compliment each other the whole time, and it would be like wholesome porn.
Arios and Joey would be pretty fun too, because Arios would be dominating.
Arios would just.
I think it would actually be quite tender.
For Arios and
I
Joey.
know.
I think Arios is a gentle love.
He would be gentle.
You ever see
I don't think Joey would want gentle. I think
Arios
wants
would
the
disarm
end of all
him.
that.
No, okay, here's what's gonna happen. Arios is a giant and Joey's not. So it's gonna be like watching like a baby suck on a nipple. Like that's what it's gonna resemble.
Wait,
But it'll
how
just be
tall
a
is
penis.
Arios?
He's not that tall.
No, but Arios is like
No,
a
he's just
brick
a
wall
unit.
of death.
Yeah, he's just like a Greek god.
Hey, Arios, ever out in California, all right? We make it happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Dado and Dork though on this one. I think Dado and Dork would just be the most fun. Like, wow. Like,
How could
I
you
did not expect this.
How could you not
I
pick
think that's
Dork?
the only one I'm allowed to watch.
I feel like I would just go
I'm a fan of this.
Arios and Joey and bring the tissues. I feel like because
Wait, why?
Because he's also going to be joining in.
It's a beautiful
I
moment.
think it would be something soft and tender and very intimate.
I think there are two reasons for the
I think I'm
tissues.
pulling the Nickelodeon Cartoon Network. I'm just gonna flip between which one do I like more. Alright, that one's done. What's on the other channel?
Yo, we have 3 monitors nowadays. We can just
Yeah,
watch
I know.
all of them at the same time. Wait, how many were there? 3 or 4?
4.
Oh, I can get 4 monitors to set it up. You know, we're good.
That's funny.
We don't have to choose.
Probably
Next
everyone goes,
question.
where am I?
The tissues.
I guess you can Ruben and
I'm fine not being on that list.
Oh yeah, Reuben and fruit, right?
You can show me the Armenian way.
So the milkman with a pretty appropriate question says chocolate milk, white milk, or strawberry milk.
Okay.
Which is superior?
Is anyone gonna say anything but
Chocolate milk?
No, I mean
I'm a rice milk fan.
I'll be
recently.
real with you guys.
I'm
like
going with
strawberry milk is
Yeah.
real
It
as fuck.
Yeah.
I might pick that one.
You may not have it very often, but when you
Okay.
have strawberry milk, it's good.
Okay,
Yes,
but
sir.
white milk is always there for you.
I was gonna say
Last
white
time I had white
Thank
milk, it
you.
was spoiled.
White milk
was.
holds it down.
But if
dude.
you ever have the option, like really though,
I
between
would
like just
probably
white
still
milk
pick
and
white
it's
milk.
either
No
chocolate or
shot.
strawberry,
I used to
really
drink
just-
white milk.
If it was
water.
like you can only have
Yeah.
one of these for the rest of your life, I'd go white milk
White
because it's
milk.
more versatile.
Right.
I would go strawberry because it's more of an event when I have it.
I
But
will
it's not gonna be
say,
an event.
I only do
don't
it when
know
I
if
feel
you've tried it,
fancy.
but Wendy's has a new strawberry,
Oh, we've tried it.
We've
It's
had
fucking
it.
good.
and
Yeah,
it tastes
it's good.
exactly like the Nesquik strawberry.
Which
Yeah.
is
What is
the
it called?
most banged
Yeah.
Strawberry frosty from Wendy's.
What?
Yeah.
This- I went up to order that with my
No.
girlfriend, and she always calls it the
We
Stabby
get
Frosty.
it. You have a girlfriend.
Wait,
Joey
has
a girlfriend.
I will say,
It was one of the-
strawberry
His car caught fire
milkshakes,
with her in it.
they're
Are
so underrated.
Yeah.
Like I know they're like a big thing, but like you don't really think about like the strawberry milkshake as like your go-to, but they're so
my go-to.
good. I had one recently. I was like,
I like chocolate.
They
chips.
also threw in Hildebrand's root beer.
Wait, Joey was
milk.
telling a story.
Oh no, it's fine. We just don't care.
It was just Joey.
No, I
Well,
went
there
to.
goes my comment.
I know. There goes my comment. I went to order one of the Stabby Frosties at Wendy's, and I've always said Stabby Frosty because I think it's really funny, and I saw it on a meme.
oh no.
So I went up to the window to
You're that
order. Hi, can I get a Stabby Frosty?
They don't want your bullshit. Dude.
And
They
the lady
don't
was
want
like
your
legit like,
The fuck are
what?
you talking about?
and so I doubled down. So I was like, can I get a Stabby
business.
Frosty?
Like strawberry frosty.
And she was like, oh, a strawberry frosty. And I was like, yes. And then I ordered the rest of my order completely normal. But I was like, it was the first time I've been to Wendy's in like years.
She was probably like,
And I know, it was like 9 o'clock at night. I felt so bad, but I was like,
Yes.
this is funny.
She's
That's all.
definitely got time for that shit.
She's over there
they
like,
ain't
I
got
just
time
want
for
to
that
close
shit.
up. Can you
like,
move on?
It was a very, you can get Stabby Frosty from Strawberry Frosty.
I would have told you to pull up and then just keep driving.
Pull up to the
Sure.
window, please.
Yeah, you can pull up
you
and
say that
frick out
in
of
my
here.
face.
Punch in the mouth.
My girlfriend was really embarrassed.
Wait, you have a girlfriend?
No.
Oh.
I will say though, points against it, it took away my vanilla.
Oh,
really?
really? Wait, they did?
I was a big vanilla.
There's no vanilla.
I didn't know it
They
replaced it.
swapped. They
I-
said
Oh.
for summer break.
Yeah, I assume it'll be back. It's
Well, that's why I was like, I'll get a vanilla. We have strawberry.
Their ice cream
vanilla?
machines
That's like-
only have room for 2 flavors apparently.
Oh
And the
shit.
strawberry was good, but I was like, I was going there, in my head, I'm like, I'm getting a vanilla frosty. So it kind of marred the
Sure.
experience, but
We got a question from Addie. Says if you had to give a full-length college lecture on a topic or an opinion with minimal preparation, what would it be?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Which specific dinosaurs is your favorite?
Probably time periods over dinosaurs. My favorite dinosaur?
Yeah.
The Coelophysis.
I don't know what that one is.
It's the first theropod.
I don't know.
yeah, dude.
The
One
first,
more
the
Keep
fir-
going
okay.
for him.
Basically a really small raptor.
Okay.
Raptors and T-Rexes are theropods. They're in the theropod family.
Okay.
So the Coelophysis is the father of all theropods.
I think
right?
as I grow in age,
and probably chickens.
I feel like if you ask 5-year-old Rob, he says like T-Rex. But
Me
I feel
too.
like as
That was-
age goes on, I think it's the long neck.
I think
the brontosaurus.
Sauropod.
I think it's messed up that we only ask kids what their favorite dinosaurs are. We don't ask adults. I feel like that should be a more common
It's
question.
one of my favorite questions.
The newest movie sucked ass though. Do not.
I never watched it. You guys,
Bad.
I was so excited for it, and you guys ruined it for me because you said it was bad. So I haven't.
Oh,
seen it.
Jurassic Park.
The
I
newest-
was like,
the
there's a
newest
movie-
dinosaurs.
There's a. I was like, there's
The
a new
newest
movie
dinosaur
called
just dropped,
Dinosaurs.
That movie was like, that was made by Disney, right? Called Dinosaur.
Oh,
or something
dinosaur!
like that. I
Yeah.
used to love that
and
movie.
there's also the little dinosaur.
Oh my-
Yeah, I like the little dinosaur.
Yep.
Land Before Time. That's
Uh-huh.
what I got.
So,
Anybody else?
so college
Oh,
lecture, Shark.
I don't know. I never like.
Deadass Mexico.
How to
Deadass
rate him
Mexico.
wow.
Okay.
There
Lecture
you go.
about dead ass
Rating.
Mexico.
Deadass
Deadass
Mexico.
Mexico.
How to become a high warlord.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How to make a fire playlist.
How to get high warlord or how to base.
I mean, how many people get high warlord in their life?
That's true.
How many high warlords have there been?
Not a lot.
There we
Not a
go.
lot.
Not a lot.
And that was early phases
Not
too.
in my day. Not a lot. in
How
my
what's the
day.
closest you got to high warlord?
Lieutenant General, so rank 11
Yeah.
out of 14.
That's the mount.
And you just that's why you stopped for the mount?
Well, back when I played
Back
Uh,
when I played.
in Classic back in
Classic.
2005,
Back in 2005.
there were you literally had to set up rotations of players who would actually get high warlord because I think you could only have one or two at a time. Like you'd have a high warlord on the horde side, and then whatever the high warlord was
Oh shit.
on the alliance side.
So
And there can only be one per week or
There'll be
two
like
per week.
different like ladders and like okay, this top ladders you gotta hit X amount of kills. Don't get past them or you're blacklist from every
Yeah.
group. So yeah.
If you went ahead of people who were like supposed to get
Yeah.
it that week,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to play with them. And these groups were going like 24
Yeah.
hours a day, 7 days a week. People trading accounts, just farming Warsong Gulch and Alterac
Yep.
Valley, just non-stop. And I finally got into one of these groups just because like they needed a couple extra people to play.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just naturally got there from playing, but it was so many hours.
How Dad explained it, same thing, never changed.
Really?
But I didn't exchange.
So you had high
accounts,
warlord for a week.
but
and that
I
was
was. Oh yeah,
BTOS.
Why do you only get it for a week?
Because like the system, how it does, like every week, like you lose what is called like ranking points, RP. So like the higher you are in like say like rank 11, you gotta, I forgot the numbers, so I'm just gonna make it up. You're gonna hit like 100k honor. Say you're rank 12, well you gotta go like 300k honor. High warlord, you gotta go. I think my highest was like 1 mil honor, and that is absurd. It is,
Basically,
like,
you had to
insane.
maintain what
Yeah.
you got the previous week
So
or
you
do
just
better.
had to, like,
'Cause the
work
higher you
more
are, you would
and
go
more.
down.
The higher
Yeah.
you are, the more demanding, the more you gotta put in work, and oh god.
Yeah.
That's why you need a banger playlist to help you
Exactly.
get through it.
And this playlist, man, it helped me
Hey, about that
through.
playlist, I will talk about it for a second. You
Yeah.
think like a WoW playlist would
We've
be like,
lost fruit.
Yeah, it should be like death metal.
yeah,
killing people
but it's actually like very beautiful city,
No,
city pop.
I needed some chill, J-pop music to just keep me mellow because people will go mental. I mean, it is a mental game. Like playing 24 hours a day messes with your head, and like it shows in like the wild chat. So you had to keep your cool, man. It was a nuts, insane time.
All right, college
Insane.
lecture. Bryce.
College lecture.
Man, I can't live up to that.
Thank you
How
for
to become
helping
High
me with
Warlord
that.
101.
I mean,
The OG.
I got you. I've been there, man.
Okay, enough wow talk. Move on.
let's see, if I was gonna do a college lecture on something, I don't know, how crazy would it get? Oof. I feel like I could do a YouTube one at this point. My God.
I'll pay for that class. Sign me
I
up.
go learn a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just say a YouTube one at this point. Like basic YouTube. Been doing this forever.
Neopets.
You're gonna do yours
I'm
on
gonna
Neopets.
talk about Neopets, and I'm gonna talk about how it teaches kids the capitalistic system and how it gets children in a cycle that capitalism is alright. So it's actually been perpetuated by our government with Neopets, but I'm down because Neopets is sick. Neopets.
So what was the best Neopet though?
So like I don't know. That depends on who you ask.
I was
'cause
gonna say,
there's,
I don't think there's a
No,
best
no.
one. I think
Your
there's just
favorite.
my favorite
Yeah.
probably the Drake, the DRAIK. So like there was one day.
Drake,
so
that's about like
when
that.
I was like 7, there's a thing called the pound.
Yeah.
And every like minute you can like refresh it F5. That's how I learned F5.
Oh no, I
like,
played. I know
refresh.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, so the pound would show 3 random pets in the thing. And I just remember pressing F5, F5, F5. And there would be one on the left, one on the right, and one in the middle. And the one in the middle was the only one that was highlighted and that you could just press like adopt me. If you liked the one on the left side, you had to copy the name and put it in the search bar, press search, then adopt it. So if you had like a really good one on the left side, you were kind of fucked. So I remember like 2 in the morning, God knows why I'm up at this age, at 2 in the morning. But I remember just pressing F5, like just going through the pound one day trying to get a Neopet, and a fucking Drake pops up in the middle. Dragon Boy _143, and I was like, no fucking way. So I immediately like click adopt, boom, I get him. I get a Neo mail like 5 seconds later from this account that was like, hey, like I was doing a trade with a person and like I had just like put him in the pound. Like, do you mind like unadopting him? And I told him to fuck off. Because having a Drake, like the only way you could get it was like a limited edition pet, so you couldn't get them.
Yeah,
you couldn't get
it's
them.
one of the rare ones.
Yeah, it was like one of the really rare ones, and I fucking got one. So it was a yellow Drake, and then I painted it like Tyranian, or I think it's called, and it looks like this fucking cool pterodactyl. It was sick.
And that's the whole lecture that you did.
So
he's passionate.
So thanks for coming.
Yeah, and Neopets actually recently just got hacked, so that was kind of sick.
Sure, it's not the first time.
No, I mean that website is so shit. Like that, they had like 500 games, and then when the internet got rid of Flash,
they all broke.
All of them don't work anymore. So they went from like a catalog of like 500 to like I think it's like 12 games now.
Majority of my childhood on the internet was wiped out.
Like addicting games and all of that
Cool
stuff.
math
Armor
games.
games.
Armor games was fire.
Crazy Monkey.
Crazy Monkey, dude. Slap the
Ninja
monkey.
Kiwi. Oh my
Here's
god.
fruit. What would you give a college class about essay lecture?
2 ones come to mind of just like knowledge on a subject. First one would be YouTube.
Excuse you, I'm already teaching that
the
course.
ins and outs and everything. It would be more about like stuff you don't hear about, and what it's like to actually be a YouTuber. That's how I clickbait it. It'd be like what it's like to actually be a YouTuber.
300 or what kind of course we talking? Like what level is the course? Is it
201.
201? Okay.
Yeah.
So you gotta take the Gen Ed. He's the Gen Ed class.
Oh, okay. Like I ain't taking everybody, you know what I'm saying? Or probably the gym and working out.
That you could do. You could do that.
Fruit is a really good instructor. Like he's over here like, yeah, well, you know, you gotta do this, and like while he's at it, like, because when I did it, it's hard for me to talk, and I'm like, you know, breathing hard, but he's calm and collective, just perfect form.
You gotta lean forward, Shark. You're just at
Oh,
right. There you
so
go.
for a little bit of clarity, a couple of us have been working out with Fruit over the last couple of days.
A couple of just means him and me
But-
joined one.
Yeah, it's mainly been me and Fruit working out. Those two joined one day. And like while we're going through it, he's like going through his routine, and like literally as he's like lifting the weight, he's like, yeah, so the thing you gotta pay attention in this exercise, like he's lifting like 1 billion pounds a time.
Like
And he's
1.5 for your lateral raises.
a whole billion. He's pretty strong.
3.
But like as he's doing the exercise, he's like, so the one thing you need to look out for is whatever, and he'll like go through the exercise. So
Man's a
like,
machine.
yeah.
Form just.
I mean,
like, damn.
definitely a class to do.
Same animation every time.
It's an emote.
Frame perfect, baby.
I'd probably do either how to produce a TV commercial or freelancing 101, like how to get paid what you're worth, how to, you know,
I'll take that class too.
tell clients to fuck off if they're treating you shitty, etc., etc. That's all.
I don't want to say Destiny because that's boring. I don't know if
But you could.
I mean, I could, yeah, but that's the boring answer. But I also don't know if I'd be qualified to like talk about shoes because I only very recently got into that like a couple of years ago.
You could do like things I wish I knew when I started collecting shoes.
Yeah, something like that. I've
There you
also
go.
been getting back into like Pokemon card collecting and all that kind of stuff. So I feel
Or-
like I could talk about that a little bit.
You use eBay a lot, like how to use
Yeah.
e-markets and
Yeah.
eBay 101.
I would probably do a course on.
Armenia.
As a member of the Armenian diaspora, why retaining your culture is important.
Wow.
That's good.
What was that second?
That was actually a really good like actual
Now
class.
say that again in Armenian.
Huh?
Say that again in Armenian.
No.
Blue?
Probably how fundamental rotational core combat design is important to remain engaging at all times so that it influences our perception of our enjoyment.
101.
101.
I gave a one-word answer. I feel stupid.
How long were you thinking of that so that you could say it without stumbling?
Not at all. I have that on the tip of my tongue because Final Fantasy rotations also mirror a lot of not just games in MMOs, but also in stuff like Destiny or in Call of Duty. How you have to have a core rotational gameplay loop to keep people invested.
Yeah.
Overwatch, listen to this guy.
Yeah.
Please.
I mean,
Hire him.
I don't know if that would apply to Overwatch, but sure.
They gave
Well,
us
not just
every game
well,
has like
Overwatch-
a gameplay loop.
Well, Overwatch also has like a core ability gameplay loop and how you throw
Interact
things
with
together. I mean, most of the time it's like, fuck this random bullshit, go, but...
In the betas, they gave us nothing to progress towards.
Yeah. Rip the ranked.
Beta. Goshada says, do you guys prefer controller or mouse in FPS games?
Mouse.
Mouse.
Does-
Growing up,
Does
controller.
anyone really say controller for FPS games?
If you say controller,
for
you're
aim
wrong.
assist, yeah. Like, it depends on like who you ask.
Unless
but
you're playing Apex.
I have lost every sort of motor function
Yeah.
skill that I used to have with a controller. Like, that shit is gone.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm at my normie friend's house and they're passing a controller around, I'm okay.
It's like, Rob, why you
And I used to be
fun?
like the first one to be like, hand me that thing.
Yeah.
I'm alright.
Yeah.
You go, let me put in my mouse and keyboard peripheral and like who the fuck? Like, no, I'm not.
Mouse acceleration?
Yeah.
Like, check your Windows settings.
Yeah. Oh, like I do have a piece. Oh, okay. Is it like 144 hertz? Like I'm not gonna like be that guy.
Well, you could be like Ruben. He showed up here with one item and one item only, a mouse, so that he can play Overwatch.
No clothing.
Yeah,
nothing.
he showed up naked.
I had a big carry-on, and I only put my wireless mouse in it, and all the clothes were just to cushion it. That's safe.
I know you've been that content hoodie stinks, dude. You gotta take that off.
What?
Because it's all you've been wearing. That
Oh,
mouse.
dude, it's so comfy, dude. Oh, you guys, if you're not buying one of these, you're missing out. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Except not the white. It's a limited edition.
Yeah, this is limited edition. Only I can have this. But
Yeah,
the other ones,
There's like
I put mine in the
there's like
wash.
4
so now
shines,
it's
and we were
pink,
supposed to have different
but-
sizes, but that's a different story. Crazy Yogi says Ligma or Sugma.
Personally, I'm a Ligma fan.
Yeah, I'm
I
a
prefer
Ligma fan.
Sugma.
I'm a Sugma fan.
Yeah, I prefer Sugma.
League.
Sudden.
It just
Ligma's
it rolls
cool,
off
but,
the tongue
Sugma.
better.
Sugma.
Ligma.
Both.
Yeah.
Bofa.
Both.
Boba.
Okay, this is a very personal question. Security 9 is, what inspires each of you to do the things you do?
The impending doom of our nation.
Money.
Memes.
Everyone in this room.
Aww.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dad will also say it. Yeah, money and friends.
No, I mean,
You're lying to yourself if you don't.
I mean,
like,
let's
you
be
know,
real.
it's a
Like,
job.
we're
Yeah,
very
it's a job.
fortunate to be
Yeah.
in our position,
Yeah.
making money, making videos. And,
Yeah, talking about fucking Applebee's orders and if we liked it or not.
I mean, for the first few years of YouTube, I'm sure for a lot of people, it's very enjoyable and you love what you do. But eventually, like I've been doing it for
You're
I'm
what,
coming
you're
up on
7?
9 years.
9
now.
years.
I
That's-
created my channel May 20.
What do you? How long do you think that is in content years? Like 9 years.
Oh,
like
I'm
if there's like
ancient.
dog years, like
I'm
25 at least.
ancient. I'm
And
ancient.
still popping
I was
up.
thinking like 9 years. Like he's like probably like 60 in content years,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Yeah, and it's just like eventually it becomes a point where it's like, it's a job.
Yeah.
I know, but like I know how to do my job.
Yeah.
And like I don't really
That's
want
what
to
I told my
change
dad.
to
I was
anything
like-
else right now.
I was like, I think of like us being in content creation. I was like, each year is like a dog year type of thing. Like it's like actually like 9 years.
Yeah.
I was like,
Internet years are very different compared to.
yeah. I was like,
years.
we're like 40 on the internet essentially.
Yeah, like
but-
25 is you are elderly and expired on the internet.
Jesus, Ruben, they're all right there, man. Like, what was that?
I recently
Did
had
you
a,
say
like,
something, young man?
I recently had a quarter life crisis, man. Come on, man.
I recently had.
I'm just saying it how it is on the internet.
Yeah.
Sip your apple juice.
No, I know like what I said sounds kind of shitty, but
Yeah.
like eventually a lot of people get to that point where
yeah,
you're just like, I don't. It's not that I don't like what I'm doing because I'd much rather be doing what I'm doing right now than anything else. But there's definitely days where it's like, God, how many more weapon rolls do I need to talk about before we hold hands across America? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just It gets tiring, but you know, when I get to do stuff with you guys, that's where I get to have my fun.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
I would say the respect of colleagues and friends. Like I would like to get to a point where I'm like, yeah, pumping out really good shit that people like.
Yeah, but when you make a video that like you know is a banger, that's
a good
that
feeling.
is what's up. Like when you're like this video is gonna fuck.
This one's gonna own.
Yeah.
And then you upload it 7 out of 10.
Yeah, for me,
That's
I'd
like a good
say
feeling.
it's the prospect of blowing up. Because I'm at that stage right now. It's like, yeah, I can go a lot higher than this. So I want to go for that.
I respect that, Ruben.
I mean, money was more a driving point at the beginning, along with just something that the money was more so the fact that I could be doing that instead of like going to college or working a different job. Now I'm past like year, 2 years is just trying to find why I enjoy it and how I can continue to enjoy it, like my passion, I guess. But yeah, I'm the same way. My first channel was made 11 years ago, almost to the day. So part of it too is, like I'm with Dado, I think that's also why I hit burnout. It's just like, you just make so much stuff and eventually it just blends together.
Yeah, it just all becomes the same thing.
How many videos have you uploaded on YouTube?
I think the last time I checked, I'm closing in on 1,500.
Where are you at?
He's got it. You
Well,
got
yeah, I was like,
triple me.
I'm at
across
the
all of your
I need
channels.
Jesus.
I'm at about 2,000.
2,000.
The majority of my stuff is all scripted as well, like scripts fully written out, all that kind of stuff.
That's like the different kind of side of like your YouTube is like you write a lot of like posts.
Yeah, it's
like no one sees the script thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's 90% like writing and production.
Do you keep your scripts ever, or do you just delete that?
I
shit?
keep every single thing.
How many gigs of scripts do you have? Do you know? Because they're small. Like
I mean, script wise, like it's not going to be that much. I have no idea because they're all in different. They're all in different folders.
Okay.
I don't know.
3
Gig
megabytes
might be a bit much actually because they're like kilobytes.
Yeah,
they're
like
tiny.
I was hoping they could maybe push a gig. Like
There's no way.
I don't think
of text files.
Yeah. I don't think so. But I've saved basically everything that I've ever done on like 3 G drives. So.
And I think I did the math. I'm coming up on I think nearly 5,000.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You got to be 4,500 to 5,000 videos somewhere in there.
Probably too many videos. Right? Nobody needs that much.
What's the most you've uploaded in a year? Do you know?
I mean, there was a time where it was pretty much double uploads every day, so it was probably close to.
Jeez.
700 videos.
800 probably. Because then there was sometimes
Plus
too
other channels.
during those double uploads where I was running my More Mr. Fruit channel, and some days were triple uploads. So.
Sheesh.
And then I'm like, I don't know how I just hit a wall.
He's like, it's crazy how I got so burnt out.
Yeah.
Wonder how that happened.
Starkin, we can do like this as the last question. If you guys had to only choose one, pretty different games, I guess. Halo or Destiny?
They're like not even the same game.
I know. That's our last question?
I knew this shit.
We're gonna end
Why are
on
these
that.
my 2 choices?
Different question.
That's why I was like, okay, different one.
question.
Destiny.
All right,
Just to hurt
shit.
Blue.
All right. What kind of peripherals do you guys use? You want to like go
What
off
does that
on
mean?
what
What
equipment?
like mouse,
Your mouse,
keyboard.
Yeah, I got this one.
No. Yep. Hold on, I got this.
Yeah, I have rolled.
And then someone asked if we split YouTube revenue. No, like.
Yeah, Fruit, when's my check?
Where's my house?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, like, that's really it. Like they really came and like stumped us today.
Well, I was going to answer a little more seriously. I think Destiny. Hey, if you'd asked me back during Halo 3, I would have said Halo.
Well, yeah, because you didn't play Destiny yet.
I know, but like that. But if you took even
But
that
that,
version
yeah.
versus me and Destiny now, I would still say Destiny. But the hard part is
Halo's ass.
The new Halo's
Halo's
so
ass.
bad.
Destiny. But the difference is we didn't have live service games then. Destiny now offers more longevity. Like you get like Halo 3 was fun, but like literally it was like a year and a half of my life, and not much got added. And then Halo Reach came out, and then the next things came out, and whatever. So I think that the honest answer is, even though we like name it whatever, Destiny, and even if Halo Infinite was good, I would still probably say
Even if it was on
Destiny.
like Halo 3 level, like kind of type of fun.
Probably still say Destiny.
Wow.
Because that's part of it too, is it the thing that makes it unique is you have both sides of it. So like if I'm sick of PvP in Halo, I can still kind of do custom games, but it's not like, well, I'm just gonna go vibe in the campaign. But Destiny offers the whole PvE side. So.
Alright, this will be the last question. Okay, Demon says, who's ready for spooky season and all the spooky new content games that are coming?
I am big into spooky season. Absolutely.
Bryce is the spooky season
I am the
guy.
spooky
You are
season
spooky
guy.
season content guy.
Now that I got a VR and like it's
VR spooky,
changed
dude, that would
how
be
I see
too
video
spooky.
games. Like
Am I the only one who really plays horror games of this group?
Play them, but
Mr.
like,
Fruit's all about it. What do you mean?
I've been trying to get
Well,
this guy to play horror games with me
I think
so
it's-
many times.
I think the account day 307 of reminding Mr. Fruit to play PT.
Yeah, my
I-
PlayStation is somewhere. Who
I
knows?
never really got into like the horror genre as a whole, like movies,
That's how I got
games.
started.
Like, it never really did anything for
scary.
me. It was just not
I like
not what I wanted.
I
out of
like
an experience.
spooky horror video games, but I hate spooky movies. Like I think spooky games where you get to make moves and like control the person is a lot more fun than watching stupid cliche teenager character. Yeah, like
I'd much rather watch movies because then you can do this.
You can hide in
Which is
horror
what I do.
games.
that's what Christian says. Like
In horror games, you have to actually
won't
be
walk
the
around
person
playing
to
a
walk
game.
in there.
The game isn't going to progress unless
yeah.
I
Yeah.
do something.
You have to do the stupid
no.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the horror movies, you go, "Don't go in there, stupid." When it comes to the horror game, you have to be the stupid who
Yeah.
has to go toward the shiny
Not
doorknob
right.
that keeps lighting up.
I know not all horror movies are like that, but that is definitely something. Like I don't like plot progression because people are dumb.
Right.
It's like that.
I
bothers
can't
me
even think
way
of the
too
last
much.
like good horror movie.
I like The
saw.
Quiet Place,
There's-
the first one.
There's definitely a lot of good ones nowadays, but I feel like horror's always had that stigma of like, oh man, bunch of dumb teenagers doing dumb stuff and everyone's dumb.
I feel like that's specifically to the like slasher movies.
Yeah,
It's
true.
very slasher, yeah.
Will
I
you
also
support
uh,
your
Yeah, we're glad you like spooky.
Yeah.
My
I'll
spooky
play.
season.
I'll play them.
Okay.
Yeah, I only like playing spooky games during October.
One of these
October.
days.
That's catch me.
I'm gonna get
It's
these
like a
guys to play
seasonal
some horror
game,
games.
you
It's
know?
gonna be good.
We played Dead by Daylight, and that was like, I had a couple of jump scares, but
It's-
I liked it. So like,
Yeah,
you guys play that.
it's fun.
I'm
The Attack on
I think
Titan
Dead by-
skins.
The Attack on
Are
Titan skins
garbage.
are
Oh, what? I think they're
So,
kinda
some of them are
okay.
good, some of them are very
I could play
Okay.
for like an
I haven't
hour
seen
and then
all
I
of
get
them,
like,
but
okay, like it's kind of just the same kind of thing. I feel like when
Yeah.
I'm playing.
I want you guys to play. You guys have done F-13 the game, right?
No.
Yeah, we have.
I played it.
Oh,
I-
Friday. I thought I was like, I don't know.
I want you guys to play that again.
We've
that,
played
that
that
would be
since
fun.
it came
My
out like
TikTok
4 years ago.
for
I
that
think that's
game?
the one too. Where it's like,
It's just like
that's
that
was
one
that.
song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Running
that's
up
right.
that hill.
No,
I
it's
wasn't
like
thinking
nothing.
Yeah, everybody had
dancing,
that.
and they're like naked.
Oh,
I can't keep
No
track.
idea what you're talking about.
Sorry.
My F.
You lost me.
Yeah.
Well, that's the signal.
Man, the dogs are barking.
That's
My dogs
that's
are
it
barking.
for the Fruit Summit GG Over Easy podcast couch edition. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, especially at least for me, all the leg.
Yeah, I was showing.
It was
Check out
legs
these
day
matching
today.
I was
socks.
showing.
Matching
We
socks.
got matching socks.
We
me
didn't
and Joe.
plan it.
Yeah.
That is cute. Yeah.
And we got matching white legs, white pasty.
Never see the sun.
Pasty as fuck.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, whether you're watching or listening, and more importantly, hope you guys enjoy what content does come out of the summit. We hope you guys are having a great day, week, life, and if you're not, well then maybe GG over easy. Nah.
That's for everybody. Not this show.
Nah. So thank you very much. We'll talk to you guys next week. See.